how can you not see us? Jesus Christ. Okay, that's my stream. Now what? All right, there we go. Check, check. Yes, audio seems to be working. The question is that my actual microphone? Because you never know. Settings. Audio. Auxiliary is my... Sure, there we go. Sure. Okay, connection is excellent. Let me check. What the hell? Something popped up here. Oh, wait, we can do Q&A. That is interesting. Huh. Definitely we'll keep that in mind. I mean, there's no easy way to check this, unfortunately. So we'll just check it like this. I'm so much more used to doing Twitch. So this is all scrambly. Scrambling, trying to figure stuff out. No swearing. Oh, there we go. And skip that. That seems to be working. What's the lag? The lag is okay. Fair enough. All right. Yes. We'll keep that open. All right. We have... I should do a chat cover. There we go. So I can actually see... No. Does that help? It doesn't, does it? We'll just do the... If only I thought about this before, right? I could have done just this earlier. There we go. All right, let's open that. We are waiting for things to go down, which will be in 8 minutes. So we're just waiting now. All right. Where are we going to fight? I think that I'll be fighting... Oh, that's interesting. We have the straight line to the pits. They have the bridge. We can just run. So we have this entire area. And the wardens have to cross the bridge or go around. I'd say Gate favors them for Iron's End, which is harder for us. And with that, we have no... Yeah. First coin, no contest. They'll just get there from Lynn, Ulster. And might... I mean, if we try to go for Mercy's Wish, that's a no-no. We can't cross because there's no bridge there. So, first coin, Wardens. The Manacle... I would argue we can cut them off from Giblet's Fields here. This is fairly short. And we have the entire width of the isthmus here to get the Manacle. So that is an option. What else? Pleading Wharf. Since we have Pleading Wharf, Jade Cove is ours. That means Bonehaft gives them Scarp. Mara might give them Husk Hollow, but we might be able to do that from Pleading Wharf, depending on how many people are there. Lost Cavo, that's Collie, because you just get there from the Paris. And Kuopa needs to cross a bridge, which I think we can quite easily deny. Oh, there's ads. I need to figure out how that works and like when they do. We started 5 minutes ago. This is, I don't know. This is YouTube. Owned by Alphabet. They need the money, I suppose. Right. Can I close that? Yes, I can. Then I can see that, and I can see that. All right. So what was I saying? Antler Shore. Yeah. That looks like. Yeah, Brackish Point will give them Saltbrook because we won't make that sprint from enduring, I guess, especially not with 2 bridges. So they can just block off these bridges. They can keep open this bridge, but we should be able to block that off. So we should be able to get Well Church. Tuata. From Woodbind. Oh, wow. I did not notice this, but so we have. That is interesting. You probably want to cut them off as soon as possible so they lose this, but this usually being mirrored means we are going to lose Kura Strand. So what I said about Lost Cavo, doubtful. Because even if we take Lost Cavo, it's hard to supply this because that's all going to be boats from here. Because this will be... Oh, no! We start with a refinery and 2 factories. All right. Fair enough. I suppose these are the starting conditions, right? It's almost 7. More importantly, I need some coffee, so I'll be grabbing a coffee while we wait till things start. Which is, I don't know when. Like, sure, it's officially, it should start in 4 minutes, but this is never a given. Things tend to start later. So it's going to be fine. Let's see. Anyway, I'm going to grab a coffee and stare at this. Yeah, 3 minutes. I wasn't too far away. Now that we're here, where did I see the... No, that's not what I wanted to click. This one, I think, right? Yes, so I can do a Q&A, apparently. Let's see what that actually means. Where does one go before the war to see the resource starting conditions? You go to Home Island, and on Home Island, you go to the State of the War tents, these white ones here. These ones, these little tents. You open it in the bottom left, it will say press E to see the state of the war. Hence, oh, I'm pointing at something you can't see because I have a map cover open. I'm very sorry. I'll do that again. So if I press M and press that one again to unhide my map, these state of the war tents on Home Island, that's where you go. You come close to them in the bottom left, press E to see the state of the war. Press E, and that will give you the state of the war, and then you can use the legend on the left. The easiest way is to just hold shift and left click on salvage twice. That will just show you all the salvage, and then you just click all the other resources. So it isolates all the resources. So now you can see, or, you know, you can pick and choose if you want to see where all the oil is. You just select oil, and you see that oil is... concentrated in Umbral. Okay, so here, Ashfields, Heartlands, Umbral. You got the oil platforms here, which is nice. Yeah, so you're welcome, Fallen Galaxy. Be aware, though, that that is only available to Sulfur. Yes, I can look at Sulfur, of course. This is only available like half an hour before the war starts. Before that, you are still in resistance phase, and that will basically be the old map. So to see the new distribution of resources that's available half an hour to 15 minutes before the start of a war on home island, and then you can do that. So we have, I'll check for both. So Speaking Woods, Moors, Viper, Weathered, and Lycos Isle. Then Piper's Enclave has 1, Onyx has 1, Reavers has 1, Acarithia and Shackled. Heartlands has 2, which, yeah, there's very little sulfur. What this is compensated partially by the fact that you can have the sulfuric reactor, right? So oil maps, Umbral, for instance, should be able to output quite a bit of sulfur, but it's not a lot of sulfur. Yes, I do definitely agree. So, Orebreaker has 2. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 fields for collies. 11. This is all the going on the assumption that like starting territory is what we keep, which is not the case. Anyway, like I want to say, we can do a Q&A. Okay, we'll just, okay, feel free to ask things. Well, Foxhole related, obviously, so feel free to ask things. How does this work if I do this? Like, they never explain things, they just say this is an option, which is nice. Is this just going to be only this? Did I just lose chat? Because no matter how much money Alphabet has to put into YouTube, who will win this war? It seems to work. YouTube Narkov. That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know how the balance feels currently in how many people are playing. So Deadlands seems like a good fit. We go Deadlands and we go for the pits from Salt Farms. I mean, a semi-meme answer would be the Wardens because they have all the best gear. That's not true, but that seems to be the way a part of the population swings at the moment. So I'm not sure if this was a good idea because everybody wants to go, and Saltbrook Channel could be fun, to be honest. It will be a bridge fight, a double bridge fight. No, we'll go Deadlands. Let me in. So I can't say anything reasonable, I would say, on that. It's a morale wins wars, which is tied to population. So bad morale can tank your population, which tanks morale, which basically loses you the war. It can be a self-fulfilling prophecy if people start doom talking in Warden chat or in Collie chat, then they might convince others that they're about to lose and people log off or whatever. Like it's like the market. A lot has to do with confidence and intangibles. Just how people feel. Like if you feel like the lane you were fighting in wasn't going well, or it's all pointless because all the large clans or another one, you might abandon the game until the next war. And if you do that and more people start doing that, you just start losing population. And you start losing population, people are like, yeah, this is going to be a walkover. I'm going to stop. I'm not going to maintain my base. And that's it. So yeah, it's hard to predict these things beforehand. I keep forgetting that is still tight here. Hey, there we go. Okay, we need an Argenti. We need to put this away. We grab a rifle. And then I'll start with my first complaint I've had about Foxhole. Technically, Anvil as well, is the fact that if you spawn in, you spawn like facing northeast with your compass.
Ooh, the famous Frank is here. And he's
Yes,
coy.
yes, he is.
It's been a while since I've seen you. What happened to your videos, my man?
They still come out. It's just it takes quite a long time to make them these days. So.
Oh, but trust me, I've always recommended people. You have very good information that you're sharing out there.
Thank
Especially
you.
from like an old player who used to watch your videos all the way like for 30 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good to hear. It's why I make them. So.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Well,
All right.
keep it up, my man.
Yeah, but first we need to pits, so let's go.
Yep.
Oh, let's hammer in CV while we're at it. Unless somebody's already running a CV. I don't know. Is anybody running a CV already?
Not that I can see.
You can ask in region chat. I'll just build one. Thank you. We need what? I forgot. Is it 300 BMATs for a relic base?
Yep. Yeah, 300.
Yeah, you probably
I
need
have no
more
idea.
because they'll try to
Yeah, you
take it
probably
out.
need no more than us.
Yeah, we'll see how this goes. So is this going to work? I don't know. I'd rather bring up the CV, find out that we either are too late or like get killed than that we go up to the relic, protect the relic for a CV that never comes, right?
Yeah, well.
All right, let's grab like 400 BMITs, I think. Or somebody quickly go to foxholewiki.gg and just type in a relic base. I don't know these things on the top of my head. I know it's more than 200, but like it would be silly if big YouTuber man comes with his CV and it turns out he took not enough BMATs. See, I'm only concerned from my image, nothing else. This is how this works, right? You do things for yourself. There we go. I really need a coffee. Yeah, let's do 400. And I need an escort. I need some people to run with me. Yep. Oh, crap. Oh, fuck, I accidentally. Oh, god damn it. Cancelled retrieval, of course. Yeah, coming. I need an escort, Neptune. Thank you.
Yep. Plenty of wardens. There's like 3 wardens for 1 colonial.
The fact that you can't sprint in a CV is so weird to me because I hardly ever drive CVs outside of Death Branch. Like, I use CVs in Death Branch to build stuff occasionally, but in normal gameplay wars. If I drive a truck or a flatbed, basically. That's about it. Maybe an LUV, but a CV is so slow. They rebuilt a pit? They didn't? Still white on mine, huh? Warning contact pit, beware. Okay, good. We might need more, yeah. I mean, the quicker we can build, the better. I'll just drive up and start building, unless they're like literally on top of me. Because they have to fully...
Warden northeast.
It's alright, they have to. Question is, what's the smart move here? Yeah, I'll just go towards This is a very tense game. For me, maybe not for you, you're just watching. Yeah, this is what I was afraid of. North. Yeah, those pits suck. They suck tremendously. Oh, crap. Oh, come on, game. Come on, shoot them, shoot them. North. Thank you. Push. Okay. I'm sorry, I can't translate Russian right now, so. Not directly here. I mean, I should have stuck with my original plan. Just drive up, start building. That's a no, by the looks of it. Yeah, they built it. Fuck. Too late. This is why I don't necessarily like the early war a lot. It's such a race.
You good?
Yeah, they already took the relic, so there's not much for me. I'll just throw it back to town. It's the like, what do I want in this scenario out of neutral zone? Because essentially, if you spawn in people, like if the first person that spawns in from home island as soon as you can starts building a CV and you drive up to the nearest places, It's outside my effective range. This is annoying. And I don't have any... I mean, I cannot repair him. All right.
God
Okay.
damn it, now I'm bleeding.
I don't know much we can do about that. That's another gripe I have. No access to medical supplies in the beginning is...
Was I a good soldier?
Yes, yes you were. You did your duty. So what I was saying, so yeah, it's relatively quick and easy to get neutral territory, which is fine, but it's also, it runs the risk of simply having
I
5
think
people.
should be good locking up all the way.
Yeah. Like, if you get 5 people that are very well coordinated to get things going, they can easily take, like, 4 times. Because the thing is, we can't push them out of the pits easily. That's a relic base. Even if we go with HE grenades, it's hard to push them out. So that's one of the downsides. Or upsides if you are the one who takes it first, but... basically, the neutral territory you see is not going to be neutral for very long, and I personally am not a big fan because I love infantry fights. And as soon as bases go up, that means that provisional garrison starts to come in, and if provisional garrison starts to come in, that means we get AI, which means AI defenses, which means that infantry fights are different because you always need to be very wary of foxholes everywhere around and stuff like that. So, not necessarily a big fan of that, but hey.
So do we go for Sun Hollow?
I'm not sure what we're going for now, to be honest.
Alright.
I'm just gonna make sure that we are not going to be overrun here immediately. Let's just get some pillboxes up. But yeah, it's it makes it hard to push somebody out of a position they already hold because a town hall is very sturdy. A relic base is
Boys, go north, go north.
And it's fine that they're sturdy because it's nice because it means that you can hold them. But the fact that you can take a relic base in 5 minutes, war start, and make neutral territory your territory within 5 minutes sort of defeats the purpose of having neutral territory. Which is why I personally would have liked to see the CV change, where CVs were only garage built. That would have made things harder. In a lot of ways, one of the most important ways it would have made things harder, I think, is simply the fact that you need to think very carefully as developers about your map starting conditions. if that was the case. But, you know, there was an uprising and they decided against it. I'm still sad that we didn't get it. It could have been horribly unbalanced. I will not deny that. I am perfectly willing to, you know, be wrong on that. But I think personally it would have been good to have tested it out. But, you know, there's not much you can do. I'm not sure why I'm hearing shooting. I'm just concentrating first on getting some pillboxes after that, hopefully. Somebody just... what are you shooting at, sir? I don't know, he knows. I don't think he knows. Alright, let's run down some fences here, get CV back to the town hall, but get a pillbox here as well.
What's up, Rick? How you doing, buddy?
Hello, doing good, doing good. Well, kind of good. I wanted to take the pits, but they were there earlier, so... I don't want it here. No, that's not helpful.
We'll get it back.
Eventually, yes. Like, the problem is they can use the corner, so I need to be able to place it in a way that it can shoot around the corner, which it can't. Otherwise, I have to go, like, place it here. But I'll place it here, but it's not a great placement. The downside of thinking too much about placement is that you spend so much time trying to place it in the ideal place that you only place 2. Whereas if you place them horribly, you could have placed 10, which probably would have protected you better. Which is short for saying I tend to overthink things. It's why playing infantry is better for me, because if you've ever seen me play infantry, you know that there's not too much thinking involved there, so that's a good thing for me. It's the eternal struggle of trying to get defenses up as quick as possible without compromising the effectiveness of them, but yeah. What am I? I am an Optio. Alright. I really need to... It's a reason to play Wardens. I understand their ranking system better than this. Not that it matters much, because I followed, back in the old rank days, I followed Lance Corporals that had better ideas than the Lieutenant Generals or whatever that were on the front line. So. In the end, I am convinced that the best results are achieved by teamwork and all going towards the same thing more than necessarily picking the very best tactics. I mean, don't get me wrong, great tactics are, you know, great. That's why they're called great tactics. You have to convince other people that those are great tactics. And if you can't, then you have a lot of people doing a lot of different things, which is very inefficient. So in that case, I would prefer This is the fight with surface not suitable, right? Yep, it is. That's the tree, area obstructed, I think. For some viewers, apparently there will be ads soon, in 23 seconds. I cannot tell which, who, for whom first, but it will be there. We'll place one here. Yeah. Ads inserted. That's very ominous. I think this is a bit bright. We'll do a bit less bright. There we go. So again, this is not meant to be a full defensive ring, but it is pillboxes dotted around just to make it harder to just blindly run into town, which is very annoying if that happens. I hope I did not lock the CV. That would be bad. But I hear the CV driving, so I think somebody took it. Yeah. Okay, so we finished this one. I grab another coffee. No, we finished this one. I bring the remaining BMATs to the town hall. I'll grab another coffee and we'll see if we can go push towards the pits, possibly. Do I remember the layout of the AI turrets on the relic in pits? I don't think there's any facing directly south. So yeah, that's the plan. I mean, I could sit in the pillbox as well while I grab a coffee. That doesn't matter too much. Need 67mm, please. Oh, they're not a thing yet. Oh no, who? No, why? This. Oh, I understand why this happens. But I hate it so much. Please don't do this. Just place pillboxes if you have to, but this is absolute cancer, this barbed wire.
Yeah. No wrenches either.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't mind if there are wrenches, but there are no wrenches, so I do mind. I mean, we can take it with HEs, but that's going to take forever, and take HEs we can use for other shit.
Thank you for the supplies.
Thank you.
I'm gonna grab a coffee.
When
But honestly, this feels...
can I drive, please?
This
Sorry.
feels like griefing. Again, if we had a wrench, it's just... I don't remember the layout of the pits. Let's see. The opening is here, and then it's extended like that. I mean, the question is, do they have 10 people with their spawn there? Otherwise, they won't even have provisional garrison. So... we'll see. Do, 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 do.
I think he's already.
Might have, could have probably brought more ammo. I heard digging there, so they're probably going for their first bunker base. Do I bring more ammo? No, this is probably already too much. We'll go, yeah, probably towards the airfield. Because I'm gonna need some cover. Some type. I can anti-Q&A. I mean, it doesn't really matter. See, this is what I was afraid of. So there were all kinds of chats that I didn't see because YouTube chose to show only Q&A. I am very sorry for that. I did not expect YouTube to do that. So yeah. The population doesn't seem great, but I haven't played in a early war for quite some time. Why is that not reacting the entire time? So yes, I did go Collie. Yes, this is a very rare Ferg stream. Are you kidding me? How? Unbelievable. Sometimes I'm so confused by the fact that people have a more stabilized shot than I do, even though I am crouched and they are not. It could just be luck, obviously. Played a week of Airborne when it came out and then life got busy. Any important balance changes since then?
Guys, can somebody carry 60 BMATs with me so we can chuck up 2 watchtowers?
All right. Yeah.
Oh, you got it. All right.
Not many. So there have been changes.
Chuck up 1 north of here and then 1 along the road. Well, actually, maybe just 2 along the road.
Yeah, I'll just bring some extra BMATs because we're.
Yeah, honestly, 3 fucking. If we can get 3 towers up, we can set 1 not.
We don't have
who's
enough.
got?
We don't have.
Yeah,
enough
we don't have
BMATs
enough
for 3
yet.
towers.
Well, fuck. I guess we're just gonna have to set them up between pits and what you call it.
Yeah,
sorry,
just-
Abandoned Ward and us.
I mean, how much do we have between us?
I got 60.
I got 20
Oh, okay.
because I want to
okay.
be.
Sure.
I don't have a hammer either, but it's just extra BMATs so that
Okay.
you can guys can keep hammering because you need protection as well while you're hammering.
Yep.
Probably. I'm not saying that I will be good protection, but you know, at least a token
Fucking
of
bullet to
protection.
bullets, mate.
So there have been changes to how planes are built. They had some minor changes to the Toxot to make it a bit more stand out against the Warden Harbinger and the Sea Fighter. How that exactly worked out, I cannot tell you because I haven't flown anything beyond scout planes after Death Branch for Airborne. So that's not necessarily something I can tell you. Did they change? I think there were some other minor changes, but you'll just have to check the release notes of the Airborne update. The top row will be the latest release notes, 63 point whatever. So there had been some changes to the bombers that they can't do the stall bombing anymore. So that's changed. Yeah, they were an absolute menace. They were changed to so you can't do like where you just climb very steep and then drop the bombs. I'm not sure what the exact restriction is. Maybe it's like an angle of attack or something like that. It just needs work. I think. It's rough. At first, people said that all the planes were too cheap.
Going off.
Then they made them less expensive, and now they're too ubiquitous. So, but then again, price in Foxhole is kind of meaningless for large clans.
Any wounded?
Right, don't build that, don't build that, don't build that, don't build that, don't build that. Okay, misplaced that. I wanted to chuck it up here.
Oh, thanks. Oh,
Spread
shit.
out from the
Kill him.
watchtower. Spread out, spread out, spread out, spread out, spread out.
Kill him, boys.
Just keep, if you're protecting, keep your distance so stray fire doesn't hit the watchtower.
Yep. You heard the man.
But yeah, bombers were an absolute menace. Basically, what tended to happen in the end was just airfields just were on constant bombardment, which meant they never could get the tier 2 runways, which meant bombers couldn't get up. So you couldn't counter bomb the bombers that were bombing you because they just kept your airfield down, right? Got it up? Okay.
I have another 35 materials in case.
I don't think that's enough. I think we're... But I'm not sure. I'm not a running with the BMATs. So. Cover.
Got you, boys. Don't worry. Medic is here. Look up.
So yeah, bombers were pain. I'm not sure if the stall bombing protection
Oh, I said fucking oh.
really helped. Hello, mister. Nice fighting.
Hello.
I appreciate that. That's good. Oh, but I gotta stomp your life out of you. I'm very sorry. I did not have to. There we go. Yeah, so the AA, it's I think what they tried to prevent, and I mean technically succeeded in, is they didn't want planes to be pointless and teethless. So they succeeded in that. The downside is that especially the normal AA, so the EMGs, and placed machine guns, they don't do much against anything other than a scout plane. The flak cannons are okay, but I don't think have enough shells to deal with. Even if you're aimed the direct way and a bomber is coming flying over, you only have one shell loaded in and one shell in the inventory at max. So you probably get 3 shots off with your flak, and that's not going to kill the bomber. Which is good for the bomber crew, because a bomber is expensive. It's meant to be a late stage thing. Right? But it also means that playing AA feels not great. And it's the hard thing to balance. Like, you want AA to feel meaningful, but you also don't want AA to easily take out, like, a bomber that cost, I don't know, quite a lot of resources to produce. That's not something you want. It's, imagine a cutler that kills a tank with 2 shots. You don't want, or a Bane. You don't want that, but you also don't want the Bane to feel inadequate at all so that nobody uses it. So it's a very tough spot to be in. Yeah, so you are, like, technically a bomber crew because their MGs don't do much, right? Why am I not seeing I do see intelligence. Okay, very good. So, but you don't necessarily need the gunners on the bomber, so that means you can have a 2-person crew on a bomber. That is the bombardier and the pilot. That's technically all you need. You can do quite a lot of damage, and to stop it, you probably need like 4 or 5 flak cannons. And flak cannons need 1.8 person per flak cannon at minimum. I mean, preferably 2 or more.
You can have it.
I appreciate you, man. You're a good sport.
As long as you pick me up, though.
So yeah, it's... I think the toughest thing to balance about planes is they have a pretty long reach because you can fly pretty far. Skeleton crew don't require too many people. In the case of a bomber... Oh, no, young buddy.
No, you don't.
No, So, yes, artillery needs a 2-person crew as well, but it's semi-stationary and needs, like, pallets of artillery shells next to it in order to function well and to deal devastating things. As soon as you have a bomber loaded with 32 bombs from the top of my head, and you have 2 persons there, it can probably get to where it wants to be, drop all 32 bombs, and be done. That's only an investment of 2 people and a lot of resources. Don't forget a lot of resources. But yeah, needing like 5 flak cannons to take care of that bomber, preferably before it even gets to drop their stuff, is a lot.
Let's talk about this.
We can definitely talk about it, yes. What you want to talk about? Whoa, that's not talking. That's shooting.
Yeah. I want my ammo back.
Your ammo? I don't have your ammo. Or your HEs.
No. Just regular ammo.
Just 7.62. I'll see what I can do.
It was personal. I wrote on it, you know. It means a lot to me.
Yeah, I understand. So yeah, I think the biggest discrepancy is between required manpower to get sustained or counter planes. Right. Oh crap! Out of ammo. Oh. My God!
Oh. Throw him in the water.
Where's your little buddy? Where's your little buddy that took my ammo? I wrote on it. It's my personal ammo. I want it back.
It might be on. It might be on me. Hold on. Let's see. Feels. Has there been any carrier action? There has been carrier action, but the problem with the aircraft carrier, I think, is it requires a lot of coordination to get that going very well, and then you run into the torpedo plane, and it's hard to shoot torpedo planes out of the air quickly enough so they don't target your aircraft carrier. It feels like not enough because they're not used in concert with other weapons. Bane might be... Oh, that is a good point. Yes. No, AA is basically in isolation. So you have AMGs that shoot at planes and you have your flak cannon, but there is no additional damage dealt by sticky runners, by other tanks, by MGs, by, I don't know, the old 20 mil, I don't know what they're called now, but is that 14 anti-tank ammo? Which one is it? This one. 14.5, excuse me. Yeah, no, that is a very good point, Options. It is solely AA. Like, that's not entirely true because there can be some initial damage done by the fighter. But yes, it comes down to AA only. And AA, again, I understand why AA isn't very powerful. Because, again, this is the tough thing to balance things like this, is you don't want the two people that are sitting on a flak gun to shoot a bomber out of the air with just one flak gun easily. Because that is like a high investment piece of kit that gets shot out of the sky very easily. That's not what you want. But you also don't want, again, you don't want AA to feel pointless or semi-pointless, because then nobody will sit on it, which will make it even less viable. It's a very tough one to balance. And maybe the first thing that should be balanced is, like, what do we, or the devs, want a bomber to do in terms of damage? Like, what should they be able to realistically blow up in a single run with a single bomber? Right? Max damage output, best case scenario. What should that entail? Should that be able to blow up a tier 3 concrete bunker base? Should it be able to blow up a 2x3 bunker piece? Should it be able to blow up a relic base? And then you have to take into account, is that going to be in one opening of the bomb hatches or in multiple? And once you start there, then I argue you probably want to think, okay, this is the damage a bomber can do. What do we think is a realistic amount of counter AA fire that is needed to take out a bomber? Because, like, if a bomber can only take out a single pillbox with an entire rack full of bombs, then AA doesn't have to be very powerful. If we say that a bomber on its own can take out a tier 3 town hall, then AA needs to be buffed. Yeah, so the scout planes, I think, should be toned down to be what their name suggests, mostly scout planes. Shit, he has a low caster. He has the range, yeah. Oh, it was good thinking going prone. Excellent. Hey!
How you doing?
How you doing, buddy? That was good.
I'm doing.
That was awesome. I got a bandage for you, I think. Let me... Oh, fuck, I can't check my inventory, of course.
No, you can't when you're dead. Well, you were smart as well.
No, I'll die because you're bleeding out. No, save yourself. Save yourself, buddy. There you go.
I was talking.
Well, on bridges, it makes sense, right? Like, it's you know where the bridge is. It's marked on the map. You can find an approach that allows you to fly pretty much out of range of most AA, only to swoop in at the moment that you need it. So that's okay, in a sense. Like, it's a predetermined place where everybody knows that you're going to be. That there is, like, it's the same for artillery. You can pre-dial in on bridges if you want to. I don't necessarily mind. I do agree that it's a lot for a, what is it, ATR mats? Yeah, it's ATR mats. I do love that they made the scout plane so that flying is achievable for basically anybody. Like, people say that ATR mats is a lot. It's not. If you come across a single heap of wreckage, that generally gives you about 60 to 80 mats. So coming across two wreckage heaps out in the wild should be enough. I do not want your rusty spoon, Quinn. No. So yeah, it's nice that it's attainable for everybody, the scout plane, but that runs the risk, and that is now that they are kind of oppressive. Mostly a bit more oppressive, I think, than they should be. So that goes for all planes. I was way more optimistic that they would be scarcer. I was wrong. Planes, at least in the first Airborne War, were all over the place and pretty oppressive. Simply because of the amount of planes there were. And their capability. Well, not only their capabilities, it's more the lack of real tools to deal with them besides the fighters. Right? That's a Warden one, isn't it? Yeah. But we don't really have any mammoths. How does one make a clip on YouTube? I don't know. YouTube is very confusing to me. For streaming. It's a more stable platform, definitely, but it's like I can run Q&As, which is great, so I did that. They failed to mention that if you click the button starting Q&A, that only people that actually respond to the Q&A is stuff that I see, and all the normal chat doesn't show up, so... Then again, I mean, YouTube is made by this, a scrappy corporation called Alphabet. So they probably don't really have the funds to, think this through, really. Realistically. I really need more mammons. Yeah, ideally I just take out those watchtowers. So that's one next to the bridge. That's the easiest one to take out. Because I don't have to mark that on the map or anything. I mean, this one should be good as well. But I think the best way to go is to take the one at the bridge out first. Again, if I can find the mammons, and we probably still don't have wrenches, which is something we really need. YouTube's UI UX is very much geared towards watching video and not live streams, I think. Which is fair enough, but they should probably see streaming as something different and therefore make a different UI for streaming. Because what I want out of my videos generally is as little intrusion upon the video itself as possible. which is nice that like if you don't have your mouse over the window, like your play button and stuff just disappear. That's all great. UI goes away. On streams, I don't know, on streams it's different. On streams you want other things. You want interaction. You do not have kaaswielen. A kaaswiel, cheese wheel, is a full-on cheese. The icons we have on Twitch are I only have 2. Cheese slices is the word I'm looking for. Bandit wart. I mean, they have a cheese, but not enough. No a cheese. I really need a cheese. Slivers of cheese wheels. So here's the problem. Since whenever we got the update that small arms fire doesn't do damage against structures, that means I cannot take out those watchtowers because I only have 2 mammons. I am disappointed, so I'll probably relocate to yeah, they took out that watchtower. I mean, they might be pushing the pits, so if I go to the pits from this side, because I'm very good, so personally, just as a single person, I can put enough pressure from the south to make that a very successful endeavor, right? One thing to also keep in mind, I guess, is we just have to get used to how YouTube works. Because I would also like to chalk some of it just up to our preference for I don't want shit to change. Like, it's, for instance, it's so much more work to get a YouTube stream going than it is a Twitch stream. At least in my mind, but that's probably because my OBS is set up for Twitch streaming on default, so that's very easy. I can just click start streaming and it basically starts streaming to Twitch. Doing that for YouTube is different. This, I don't know. I don't know. I just felt like streaming on YouTube and not on Twitch. Mostly. If I can get his lowcaster, that would be glorious.
Oh, behind us.
Yes, good. As long as they keep shooting at me. Oi! No.
Avenge me, brother.
You never take me alive.
Well, yes, I want to
No,
more. So
because
here's
that
the
is
thing:
it.
I can do a Q&A. Like there is a special Q&A button that starts a Q&A, and the problem with that is it stops showing me chat and only shows me things that are thrown into the Q&A, which is highly annoying.
No.
But yes, so the Twitch tends to be looser or deranged a bit more. Well, yes. Yes, it does. And I think, so for instance, the Twitch channel had a pre-established, though very small, but a pre-established audience that is different than the YouTube audience. Like on YouTube, I'm basically only known as the tutorial guy, right? A community of unhinged people, yes, basically. It's fine, but it's different. It's different vibes. It's a different way of doing things. And sometimes, or most of the times, when I streamed on Twitch, I'd rather just be answering questions. But it's weird because the established vibe of the stream used to be a bit looser and a bit weird and sometimes a bit philosophical. And here I think it's way easier to keep it on rails and to just go for is this Foxhole only, basically. I mean, the real treasurer is me, because I am the treasurer of the community, so, you know. And since I keep myself... Yeah, I really need a low caster. Just the extended range that a low caster has. I might actually need to turn on VSync, because I see some screen towering. He's gonna sit in the Foxhole, isn't he? Yeah, I need cover somewhere. Visual changes to the map. I haven't really noticed. Sure, things are a bit more visible, but... I mean, as long as they keep chasing me, they're not engaging our front line. Oh, no! He's got the range with his... damn it. With his low caster. I need a spot with cover. He's trying to outflank me. There. I don't like that. Well, you can't know that I'm here unless I start firing, so... Unless they have a watchtower. I just run into them and see if the visibility icon shows or not. But yeah, I do agree. It used to be anything that was higher than waist height was basically a bush that would hide you, whether it was tall grass or a bush or whatever. These days, I couldn't tell you either. Like I said, I just run into it, hope and pray that it's one that actually hides me, and just see if we get the invisibility cloak thingy, right? I don't see you. Ah. The Eye of Sauron. That's... I don't know. I like that. It's visually so cool. And the voice is good. I see you. It was used to great effect in Battle for Middle-earth 2, I think. Is that the RTS? That's a long time ago. I'm dating myself, but that was good. I loved that game. That's a friendly collie, isn't it? Yeah, so this won't hide me. Yeah, that's what I suspected. Yeah, fuck. I have the low caster. I just don't have the range to engage them. Come on, give me... Oh, it doesn't even give me... It didn't give me cover. Crap. I was like, oh, I finally found something that gives me cover. No, it doesn't. Like, it doesn't have a hitbox. Damn it. Huh. I don't think that goes for all half-broken trees. It might. That might actually just be an oversight. That they just forgot to implement. Low caster. Definitely grab the low caster. Although we're going to night now, so I might go back to Argenti. But the extra range, definitely worth it. Watch out, northwest, northwest. Hi, legendary. Hello. Wait, what the hell is that? Is that Norse Krona? NOKs? Seems like it.
Your blood.
I mean, I stream occasionally, but generally, yeah, Norwegian Krona. Yeah, that's what I thought. But, you know, you have ZA, which is South Africa. So that would have been, what is it? That's the rand, isn't it? South African rand. Pretty sure. Which is going to be named after the Rand family that had some very important business in South Africa, I suppose. Anyway, there, I saw him. There he is. No, I'm not saying you aren't allowed or anything. I was just saying that that's the thing that I would have suspected would be there, right? How the hell, game? Come on. sometimes the absolute. I should aim through. I know this, right? Oh, that's that was an excellent shot, sir.
Thank you, brother. Good night, okay? Oh, it's Rick. Hold on.
Yes, it is. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. I got some stuff
Have a
for
good
you,
one.
so enjoy that.
Okay.
Rather pay 2 times your taxes to a functioning government instead of a stupid self-government government. Okay, yeah, yeah. Let's not make this political, but I see what you mean, yeah. I mean, you're welcome to pay taxes in the Netherlands. That's gonna be fine. Or you pay me, in which case I'll have to pay the Dutch a Dutch tax office. So, you know, it all comes down it all comes. Who's calling me? I don't know. I don't know these people. This is why I generally have my phone turned off so I don't get shitty phone calls. There we go. I mean, I would highly suggest in that case you come to the country where you pay taxes before you start paying taxes. Although I think I pay taxes, or at least partial taxes, in the US because... No! Because this all falls under creatives. I forget what I sign in tax things, but there is like a tax... treaty with the US, so I pay taxes in the Netherlands, not to the US government, I think, or only partially, but I think I get a full waiver of US taxes, and then I'm supposed to pay taxes here in the Netherlands. Yeah. You really enjoy both our vids, mine and Legendaries? Good, yeah. We both made you play this game. For that, I think we are both incredibly sorry. And we will say that you will not get your life back anyway. So, it's not... I mean, it doesn't really matter to me. Like, I signed the papers that YouTube gives me. I just figure out what I need to click, and then it either deducts taxes that I have to pay in the US or fully waivers them. And I don't care. Like, if I had to pay 50% of what I earn on YouTube and that's gone to the US government in tax before I get it, as long as nobody tells me what I could have had, I don't mind, honestly. You took a break last war. Very smart, very smart. We all need breaks, especially with Foxhole. Foxhole is a very draining game once you start caring. Yeah. And I think it's best if me and Legendary don't reveal our numbers. Although mine are fine. I'm at like 6,000 something. Since before War 1, so... I mean, I was with Foxhole before it was cool. Yeah. I'm at 6 something, yeah. Oh, of course, there's always Quinn that will just hop onto my Steam profile to fish up the actual number. It is a community-driven, community-making game, I would argue, as well. For better and for worse. Honestly, Floppy Hat, I tend to not really like MMOs generally, but the vibe that Foxhole has yikes, where I can help my team by producing things and delivering things, and I feel that I helped my team, is nice. The biggest still pitch for me in the end was the fact that when I started playing, I just dabbed my feet like really for the first time in actual multiplayer gaming. Why? Oh, why did I start shooting while I was standing? Don't do that. Just stabilize your Hello, game? I don't have a bandage here. You should. I mean, running into me when I have a bad day is fine. I tend to not really take that out on other people. I usually take it out on myself, my keyboards. The neighbors will be annoyed because I will be screaming and yelling, but I try to not really let that seep through to my teammates or even the other side. Doesn't always work, but that's what I try. What I wanted to say, so I was dipping my toes into MMOs for the first time, but I ran into the issue that you run in with most MMOs that have PvP is veterans are so far out-leveling you that there is no fun, right? Like, I played Elder Scrolls around that time, Elder Scrolls Online, and in the PvP, the war for Cyrodiil, you would run into people that were level 260. They would one-shot you with a heavy attack, not even a special attack. And you're like, why? This is not fun. And then I started playing Foxhole, and I realized basically every character has 100 health points. They could have better weapons for the situation. So they could have an Argenti during the night while I was running with a... Well, we didn't have Argentis and lowcasters back in the day. We had rifles and carbines. Generic. But it... And that was the thing that stuck to me is... That makes it a relatively level playing field. If somebody has a higher skill than me, they will win, sure. But they're not going to win by virtue of having played the game for 6,000 hours and having all the beautiful gear that you can get in the high tier zones and stuff. Yeah. Used to be in the Air Corps. Take over the fingers, the entire corps is dead. Both 2 corps I joined. Deleted the game. Made room for war. It's Airborne just made things boil over. I don't want to delve too much into this, but I feel there are people that really just want the game to die. Like, I'm fine with people that say, hey, Foxhole as it is right now with the current balance or how things are going is not for me. Fine. If your conviction is, I would not recommend this to other players, then sure, leave a negative Steam review. That's what the Steam review is asking. But some people seem to have this as like a life's mission for this year is to just stomp Foxhole into the ground until it's dead. And it feels a bit like bad-mouthing your ex-girlfriend that you used to love very dearly, and now she broke up with you. And I don't know, you somehow want to save face or something? I don't know. I'm not saying that it's very well balanced. There is a lot of issues that came with Airborne. But having been with Foxhole since 2017, there have been many instances where things were all out of whack for all kinds of reasons. And in that instance, I would highly suggest just take a break, see if things settle in more, if balance gets more the way you want it, and then decide whether or not you return or not. But here's the thing, like a floppy hat, if you want to play airplanes and dogfights and stuff, and War Thunder is delivering that for you, and Foxhole isn't, for whatever reason, then as a regiment, you should definitely start playing War Thunder. Like, if you want to play tank stuff in a certain way, whatever World of Tanks might be your thing. If you want to do trench fighting in a different way, what is the new one? Over the... What is it called? Over the Edge? Something like that. And again, it's not... I'm not saying that it's only people that just want the game to die that are doing this. There are people that are genuinely disappointed with where it is right now, and that's all fine. But there is also, or at least in my eyes, there is a lot of...
Can I kill fully of my friends?
Bleed to death.
No, someone save Skippy!
Like a lot of people... There we go. I will never be hearing from him again, because I will never unmute him unless, like, explicitly said by something that I should. But yeah, some people just seem to have personal beef with the game and or the developers and are now doing everything they can. Which, I mean, if you have 20,000 hours in Foxhole and it suddenly isn't the game that you used to love or you start loving other things, I understand that there is a heavy emotional reaction. I just, yeah, I don't know. I feel different. I love... Well, the downside of the mute button is some people think they're edgy or are drunk one night. They blast music over it. I, as a habit, just mute anybody that is playing music over their voice comms. And only if I actually really know you and you suddenly start to whisper me and, hey, can you not hear me in game? And I go, oh, I'll probably have you muted because you once used music. Then I will unmute you. But I will never look back. Like the guy that that I just muted, I will never go back into the list to unmute him. Oh no, I'm not even taking the... I don't have patience. Just suppress the pillbox. Suppress the pillbox. We can suppress the guy inside as well. Come on, just keep firing, keep firing. Anybody got a HE or something to chug on it? No? That would be nice. Behind us. Like, the only exception I'm sort of willing to make is in a bus. If the bus driver is doing sort of meme music that gets me into the mood to go to frontline. Small arms can still suppress a pillbox, yes, sir. As far as I know, 7.62, if you just have enough. They can still suppress bunkers as well. Garrisons is what I mean. Like machine gun garrisons or rifle garrisons. As long as you put enough volleys into it, it will. It's so much easier with a 12.7. But yeah, you can definitely do that. You can also suppress the person inside, right? So if you suppress the pillbox, that suppresses the AI, but if somebody is sitting in there, they won't be able to fire out either as well. Whatever the term is that I'm looking for. But yeah, it's sad to see where Foxhole is currently in terms of population. In hindsight, you look a cow in the ass, but I think it would have been better to not have restarted Charlie and just merge Abel and Charlie. Because here's the thing, if it turns out, like, if, like, after the first Airborne War, and there were rumors that a lot of people were going on a break, yada, 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 there would be less players. not restarting Charlie is fine, because as soon as it turns out that there are too many players, you can still start up Charlie. But now that Charlie is running, it's way harder to stop Charlie from playing. So yeah, because in the end, Foxhole is just best played with fully stocked front lines. I'd rather play Foxhole on a 4x4 map. Like, let's say, I don't know, like Marben Hollow, Klastrat, Drowned, Umbral, Shackled, and Hellet's Bite. Like, these only. That's not 4x4, by the way. Doesn't matter, you know what I mean. Like, I'd rather play on a small map and have fully stocked front lines with both players and gear. Then, like, if you have 500 players on each side, so 1,000 players for Able, let's say. I don't know if this is true, but this is just a maps example, right? You don't want them to be spread over 12 frontline maps. You want them to be spread over 3 frontline maps and 2 backline maps, basically. Yeah, I don't think... This is a thing I will probably never understand, the attachment that people have to Charlie, Baker, and Able. Like, I play Charlie, I play Able. I try, but this is how I try to stay sane in Foxhole, is I try to not care about the outcome of the war that I'm currently playing. So in this war, I'm not gonna, hopefully, I'm going to be able to not be bothered by the fact that we are losing or winning, or that we are losing my lane or whatever. Like, as soon as you start carrying, and you have to if you're in a large Reggie or something, but I'm just a lonely infantry boy.
Man, that's
usually.
a lot of dead wardens.
Like, the less you care, the better it is. Because if you care less, you can just move to another front line. If you see that something is falling, you don't have to, like, forego sleep for an extra 4 hours just to hold the line. You just go, I'll see tomorrow how things shook out, right? I'll wake up tomorrow and we'll see if we still have it or not. There's a chance, I don't know.
There's so many backpacks. So many dead wardens. So
oh no,
much
there
legend.
is definitely a playstyle difference, and even cultural difference. But if you merge them, then that's not there anymore.
Push up. Hey, we have so many here together. Let's go. Up
I don't have a
up
hammer,
and
so I
over,
can't
up and
really
over.
see who's.
How do I do this?
Alright, let's be the responsible adult in the room here and get some ammo back.
is dead. The Piper
Incoming. Oh,
dead. He's dead. Take my ammo. Take my ammo, at least.
You guys can do it. Hold
Who needs a medic outfit? Why do we even try to keep
let's bring
anybody
this
alive?
back to the
It's all
base
about
real
me.
quick. I can't climb for some reason.
Only 5.
Well, go get a bomber stone then. We make the best bomber stones. Nobody's ever made a bomber
I'm
stone.
very confused as to why can't I climb out half the trenches here. Yes. The only downside is, since things don't stack that far, it's harder
Get the
to
fuck out the
do.
truck. Right, shut the fuck up. Right, I need somebody to lead this charge going forward.
I'll lead.
But yes, especially in this phase, like grabbing Mammons,
There's a lot in that trench there. I get an awful lot.
or like Argentis and Lowcasters, especially Lowcasters for the day, is going to be very helpful.
Do you do
Oh, there's a tree stump in my way. Oh, that's why I cannot see that man.
Oh, I always find that too much work. Like, I'll get attached to the truck and I'll get mad if the truck gets blown up. So I'd rather do it on foot, which is less efficient, but it also, we're back to where we were. It makes me care less, which is important. Like, I am utterly convinced the less you care, the better it is. Quinn can attest to this. The last time we both cared a lot, we ended up like doing with the two of us like, what did we have? 4 bases? Because you need a base to protect the flank of your other base, and then you need another base to protect the flank of that base, and then it's just somebody grab a trauma kit. Oh, we don't have blood plasma. I'm very sorry. I'm so sorry, Alex. You did good. I salute you, sir.
We don't have.
We don't have blood plasma, so there's not really any point in doing that. 5 concrete bases. There you go. That's what you get if you start carrying. And then you either get mad because the enemy circumvents your bases, which is actually better because they don't blow it up, or you get mad because they blew up your bases. So you're in a weird catch-22 where you don't want them to attack your base because that might mean the end of your base. But you also want them to attack your base because otherwise you made it for nothing. So, yeah. You don't want to care about a lane, but if you don't care about a lane, your lane might be lost, and that might mean that you lose like your little personal stockpile with sniper rifles and stuff. Like, it's such a
Group bunker, group bunker.
Mammon's inside
there
of
you go, Alex. I gotcha.
Guys,
hey,
Mammon's
How you
inside.
doing, bud?
Man,
Grab that mammoth. Get those mammons, boys. Get those mammons.
thank you.
Mammon's inside. Grab them.
That definitely, yeah, that happens to people as well, and that's fine. Like, I won't judge you. My point was that's the way I keep saying is not carrying, not being in a large scale regiment, so I can do what I want. Which sounds very egotistical,
Man, that
and
grenade was
it
not
kind of
worth
is.
his life.
Thanks. Thanks a lot.
I don't think we have a medic with blood plasma there, so, but I'll try. We'll go to the base, and otherwise we'll write a letter to your loved ones together at the base. And we'll post that.
Don't block me, boys. Don't block me, or I can't fucking lead it.
Medic!
You hold right.
Hospic!
On me.
We don't have.
Wir brauchen einen Sanitäter. Verdammt nochmal.
It's beautiful.
I'm sorry.
Others, they love rules. Committees, meetings.
But yeah, in my 6,000 hours, I have been attached to multiple
Imagine
things.
thinking there's plasma in it.
I know how it is to be attached. I know what it brings. It brings a different vibe to the game as well, which, if you do that for too long, I don't think is very helpful. But that's just personal opinion.
Keep charging, keep charging.
Incoming, incoming.
Yo, there's enemies.
Yeah, no, that is my point, Stewart, is I think that's the real trick, is trying to not get sucked into what other people want you to do. Which is something I sort of miss with a lot of people giving feedback or reviews on the game, is they kind of forget to specify. Like, they say this is shit, or like this is unplayable or whatever, but what they mean, it's shit for me. Example, I played quite a lot of Crimson Desert over the last month. But I don't like the spike in toughness of fighting between
Yo, we're in the
fighting
relic, we're in the relic. Push up, push up, push up. We're in
fighting
the relic.
in the world, which is relatively easy, and then fighting against bosses, which is like a very steep increase in how things work. I don't like that, but I don't like that for me. It's fine that it's there. I know that people enjoy that type of game. I just don't.
We are proud of your service.
And the same is true for Foxhole, where people will say it's unplayable because you need to farm resources for 3 hours every day or whatever. Like, that's fine. Then Foxhole isn't for you. Or at least that aspect of Foxhole isn't for you. the fact that you don't like to hammer resources doesn't mean that hammering resources should be removed. It just means that you should probably not be hammering resources. And to be fair, it's the pain of getting things that makes things worth it in Foxhole, is my opinion. Like, the fact that there is pain involved in getting components, getting salvage, whatever. Like, the amount of pain is negotiable, obviously. But if salvage was, I don't know, just a press of the button and you would have it, then what does it mean if somebody delivers in a nick of time 140 shirts? Nothing, because the shirts are basically free. So ow! I am stupid. Having your morning coffee with
Don't worry,
make
brother, I'll
Garrison
save
supplies
you.
vibe.
420's medical department, we love you.
It sometimes does that.
Back here.
Press
But
1
yeah, it's,
or X. Oh. 420's, yeah, we love you. Fuck,
I
the
think
best
that's the
healthcare
thing
in
people
this
need to
theater of war. Remember
realize
that.
a bit more, that sometimes things just aren't for you, and that's okay. And it's even okay if you say it's not for me, but to claim that therefore the game is bad because some aspects of it don't agree with you, I would argue is just that aspect of the game is just not for you then. It's why I don't play Elden Ring, because the whole concept of basically Elden Ring or any FromSoft game screams not for me. Factorio on every level screams not for Freyrk. Great game, apparently, not for me. And that's good. Yes, and the weird thing with Foxhole is it is in an overlap for quite a lot of niches. I've said this before, but it does none of those niches very well. Like, it has logistical and, like, truck driving aspects, but they aren't the greatest. There is shooting, but it isn't the greatest shooter. It has building, but it isn't the greatest builder. It has tactics, but it's not the best tactical game. Like, none of those aspects on its own, none of those niches are great. It has airborne. Like, it has planes. It has a functioning flying system with dogfights and stuff, but it's definitely not the best. There are way better flight simulators. They're way better driving simulators, way better logistics simulators, way better facility or factory simulators, way better shooters. But none of those combines all those things into one game, smashes all those types of players together, and says, yeah, Mr. Johnny, I like to shoot people in the face with a shotgun. That's great that you like that, but you still depend on Peter here, who likes to swing his hammer for 6 hours a day and then goes to a factory and makes 3 crates of shotguns for you. And that's what makes Foxhole great, and it also what makes it very frustrating for people sometimes. I like Logi, but I like it. I don't love it. I like it. Like, it's a...
Doctor, we're still figuring that one out.
Medic! We need a medic!
I need a medic!
The person is...
It's a chill
I
thing.
need a
Like, I
medic.
can
Everybody
put
pay attention to me.
my brain to 0.
I am bleeding here. This is not good.
Right? I don't have to think. I can just go and hammer some stuff, go to a factory, produce things, and realize that I was...
I am bleeding.
And I was helpful for the team. This is great.
I don't think there is bandages, guys. Oh, hello there, friend.
But this is Foxhole, in my mind, how it's best played. Honestly. It's in a front line that's reasonably well stocked with people, reasonably well stocked with weapons. There isn't too many, well, no artillery at the moment. Obviously, there's no tanks. Is this fun? I did not realize, well, I saw the grenade coming when I was already prone, at which point I knew. At this point, he knew he was fucked. Is everyone's voice comms echoey, or are you hallucinating? I can check my audio settings real quick to see if there's an overlap. accidentally output record. No, that's on that one. Okay. Desktop audio, Foxhole. Ah, okay, we have... Yeah, I see what's wrong. There we go. Should be fixed now. So there was a track for Foxhole audio and a track for desktop audio. And I usually have both output to the stream because the desktop will do the Twitch alerts, but since we're not streaming on Twitch, that's not necessary. And because it's the desktop audio track, it also outputs Foxhole audio. So that makes it double up. Yeah. I mean, you might still be hallucinating this. Like, I don't know how me acknowledging... Like, if this was a very good hallucination, I would just be hallucinated so well that I would try to mitigate the issues you have while in the hallucination, right? So there's no guarantee that this is not a hallucination, is my point. No. It's I love that because that implies that you think my audio setup was actually good. But when it comes to streaming and hearing double voices or double audio, I think your best bet is to always assume that the streamer fucked up. If you're watching a podcast type deal, or like talk show thingy, or that is streamed, and somebody's audio is sounding horrible, just assume that they fucked up. Not necessarily intentionally, but like something fucked up and they're using the wrong microphone. Like, I've seen it happen before where people are like hopping into each other's podcast. They have like a beautiful podcast microphone in front of them and they have earbuds in. And you listen to their voice and you go like, that sounds horrible. How can such a good microphone have such horrible sounds? And then you realize their PC probably just defaulted to the microphone that's in the earbuds, which are horrible. So you can have like a €500, whatever, microphone, but if your OBS, Discord, or whatever streaming service you use decides to default to one of your other microphones, which happens a lot to me, you're screwed, basically. Do we have a... Oh, there it is. Yeah, no, this is the Foxhole I love because there's a lot of talking and a lot of people are doing stuff. I do appreciate that a lot. But yeah, it makes audio issues a big issue.
I told you, Tony.
Love you.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate doing the medic. Keep up the good work. Snavor.
Right, yes, the best medical department. Yes. Come here, buddy, come here. My God.
I might be looking for a low caster just to get more range, right? So yeah, anyhow, for me, whenever there has been a Windows update, somehow OBS and Discord default back to one of the default microphones that is either the microphone in this headset, the microphone of my webcam, or wherever there is another microphone somewhere attached that I hardly ever use. But it hardly ever chooses this one after an update, and I don't know why. Goedenavond. Yes, have a good one. We'll talk Sunday before that. We'll see. We will see, good sir.
You're saving my life, bro. Thank you, Misha.
He's saving your life for now, but I expect to be paid back in full 500%.
I have 6 bullets to defend myself. With a fucking pistol.
No, no, my friend has fallen and he has died.
Alright, let's bring this back.
You did a great job.
So yeah, this is the chaos I enjoy most in Foxhole. Infantry chaos, not too much AI. Like AI
I
just.
wish they would give like
I think you
other
should be
than,
able
like,
to
shirts,
stock them with
like, supplies.
bandages and they just heal people around them.
No, we need people
There
to
you
do
go.
that.
I feel like they should add
No.
an interior then, so you walk in and that's the healing area.
No, no,
You
no, no, no,
understand?
no, no, no. People need to heal you. This is ridiculous. We don't need automatic heal dispensaries. Oh, no. Okay, let's see. Let's flank, bro.
There you go. You are a good boy.
Is that that is a holy one. All right. There we go. Should be good. If only I had a sniper rifle. I know we don't have sniper rifles yet. It would be great. Yeah, he's gonna sit in the books. Good. If we can get that watchtower. That's not our watchtower, is it? No. Okay. That would be good. Let's see. I don't think we have HEs, but if we do. Like, it could make the logi for them a bit, like, rethink their life choices.
I can't even
if
see
there's
you for some reason.
Coverage there. Don't have it. Okay.
Please, someone kill me.
Wait, who needs
I'm
to be
right
killed?
here.
I'm always happy to
Please
kill
kill
somebody.
me.
Who do I need to kill?
Thank you.
Oh, you're stuck.
Finally.
I don't know, you keep
Why are we
running
killing?
away from... I
Please.
don't know what's going on,
I
buddy.
stuck them on
I'm
the truck.
bleeding. Thank you.
Oh, he's not stuck anymore. Good job, boys. I'm killing you.
No, no, no. He needed to be killed. We're going to kill him.
Yeah, come here, come here, come here, come here. Build.
Don't push, boys.
Not so funny, is it? Low caster against low caster. No! Yeah, come on, game. Oh, no. There we go. Reload bug, of course. Where am I? Wire.
Thank you.
That's the one I need. Okay, so we'll keep an eye on him. He's coming there. Ah, come on. No, that didn't work.
Fuck, all the punches.
Nah, it's alright, it's alright. It's
Eating my ass
appreciated. Get Ajax first, Ajax first, Ajax first. My sea key doesn't appear to be working very well.
We gotta hold,
Chat
we gotta
Snowface,
hold.
you're being hit yourself. No!
No, save the medic, save the medic.
Out of the way, out of the way, out of the way! We need a medic for the medic! We need a medic for the medic! Medic for the medic! Medic for the medic! Medic, 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 medic! Come, 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 come. Thank you.
Take you, bro.
Drop. Behind you.
Yeah, all that barbed wire. That's gonna be pain. Do we have sandbags so we can sandbag this out? At least partially? Because I don't want to do that when it's too late. I'd rather do it now. But that kind of depends on how many sandbags we have. To which the answer is absolutely 0. Alright. What does Mentulo non-esto mean? Mentulo is dick, and non-esto is don't be. So it's basic. Well, Mentulo isn't necessarily dick; it's penis, more a male apparatus. It's just don't be a dick.
Into break water with no shirt, 2 shells in a drain. Some saw me.
I just think that's the most easy way to like cover most subjects. Right. I mean, you would hope so if the streamer typed it as one of his chat rules, right? That at least he knows what it means, or, you know, can give a vague description. It's weird that Google didn't help, because there is, I think there is a... I took it from a thread, I think on a language forum, where somebody is asking how do you write "don't be a dick" in Latin, and there's like a gazillion answers, and this one was the one that felt best. Not necessarily is the best option for it, because it's very hard to translate things like that. Like dick not being a expletive derogatory term for somebody in ancient Rome, so that sort of like it's hard to find an equivalent that's both mimicking dick and the meaning of dick. So you either end up with penis or with whatever the Romans thought was bad, right? Yeah. You thought it was Spanish. Oh no, sir. That's classical Latin, or you know, sort of classical Latin. It's not really classical Latin. It's an approximation of Latin, classical Latin. Game, can I, like, I'm hitting him. I don't want to be a dick, but I'm hitting him. I don't know, my Spanish isn't good enough to give you a don't be a dick in Spanish. I would, if I could, just for memes, but I can't. So I shan't. I can do it in Dutch, which helps for you, I guess. Maybe. Nico. Wees geen lul. Right?
And that, yeah.
Ah, you fought well, good sir. You fought well.
Thank you.
Salute that. I salute that. I have, yeah. I was about to say I have to.
Sorry.
Kill you. Sorry.
Show no mercy, soldier.
But yeah, I never want to go through the whole, like, don't make it political, don't, I don't know, like, don't be racist, don't be this folk, that folk, whatever. Like,
Okay.
I
Where
just
you going?
think
Where you
don't
go,
be a dick.
bitch?
Leaves me
Stop.
more room. Oh, thank you, thank you.
Oh,
thank you,
Fortnite's medical
thank you
department, we
kindly.
love you.
It leaves a bit more room for interpretation, because let's be honest, some people you just can't take more of than
Need a medic.
others.
Medic.
And you don't really get into discussions, but that wasn't racist, it was barely racist. Or something like that. I can just say, I thought you were a dick. And be done with it. You know, sometimes you just want things to be easy. Alright, there we go. That's all there.
I forgot to take ammo.
That is what we all occasionally do.
Yes, you heard Donald Trump really good.
There we go.
Jesus.
No, we don't. Oh, doctor, Russian.
They cope. These folks, let me tell you.
Sometimes you do just want to capsule on and get your heart attack in peace. Yes.
Biggest guns, huge damage.
You've never seen guns as big.
We invaded Godcross with the long hook. Great teamwork. Excellent teamwork. Nobody does it better. The 420th. Unstoppable at sea, unstoppable on land. We live the Chad lifestyle. We lift, we bench, we dominate, and guess what? We still hop on Foxhole and absolutely destroy. Large and small, clanmen hope, and we keep winning.
But yeah, after a capsule, it's hard to pronounce Dutch words in Dutch if you've been talking all over the place. You probably want a nap or something, because oof. That's always a lot to process. Also, confession, I'm not a big fan of the kapsalon, really. Just give me the shawarma. That's fine. I don't need everything in one go. I see the appeal, but yeah, not for me. Oh, no, I forgot to drop off all the stuff I picked up first. There we go. I also don't like the fries, like, mixed in with it. I like my fries pretty much like French fries. So, crispy-ish. Like, I don't want them soggy. You don't know what a kapsalon is? Oh my god. Kapsalon is a classic in Dutch snack culture. Well, food culture, I should say. No, it's not the hairdresser, it's the food stuff. It is the food stuff.
He was born of the virgin Greek chads and became the biomass. For our sake it was crucified under psalm and sigil.
Tell me more.
No, I hardly ever. I mean, I hardly ever stream. Period. But so the vibes on YouTube. I hate that word, but it basically comes down to that. The vibes on YouTube streaming are different than they are on Twitch. Twitch is a bit unhinged, which is fine at times, but I'm mostly like to be helping people, and on Twitch, like, people that have actual questions are tend to be drowned out with shenanigans in wrong button. Tend to be drowned out by chat a bit. Yeah, there's less Metulas here than there is there. Hello. Ongeklaard plakje. I think. It's just different. Yeah, there is more emoting. Which is fine. Behind you, behind you. I mean, what we need is things that do pew pew, mostly. Guess. I also realized that I haven't put out a video for at least a week, so I was like, maybe do something else on YouTube for once. So I did, for once.
Question: why can't you guys use normal names?
I did my best. I have a normal name. What is
hey
this?
guys, my name is Ian. What is that? That's just so weird.
Anyway. So yeah, it's just different, mostly. If we put that there, no, yikes. This is always the downside when you're watch out northeast. Let's protect my builders. There we go. We need another foxhole there. Even if it's not AI, at least it can be manned, which will help a lot.
We love you. Fortress medical department, we love.
One near the hospital. One on the hospital. One on the hospital.
Wait, is there no things that do pew pew there?
I see him.
Guess so.
Ah, fucking.
Watch out. Yeah, shoot him.
That's not our delivery.
Driver side.
Not our truck. I don't know what I was thinking.
Come here.
Okay, this should be a lesson for everybody. Just having things that do pew pew in your front line is not enough. I've been the one doing what the guy just did, which is be in the back. Well, flank around, especially early war. You can flank around and get at the back of a base generally quite easily. And just hop into a truck. And if you're very lucky, you can just hop from truck to truck to truck, which will make all the trucks enemies for the AI that is around.
By the truck. What do you think you're gonna do, boy? Yeah, bitch.
Thanks, Misha. Appreciate it.
Who? I'm just kidding.
The current war is just not as populated as we are all used to. I think it's stretched too much because there's too many maps open, or there's not enough people playing it. Yeah, it all depends on how you look at it, but yeah. And this is the only real hard-pushing bunker base at this moment, so everything that gets delivered gets used up immediately. So if BMATs get delivered, they get used up immediately. If Mammons get delivered, they will be used up immediately. The only thing that sort of has a relatively good supply is the ammo and rifles. See? But yeah, we really need BMATs here. Click. There we go. Logi. Needs BMATs. There we go. But yeah, this is a thing that gets overlooked quite a lot, is just the, like, if you go around, and especially early war, there is always a possibility to go around. Just flank, bro. And you get into the back, and then... eat enemy trucks, enemy tanks, or tank cats, or LUVs, or whatever is there. It's very easy to do that. So just getting some provisional defenses. Basically a circular... It doesn't even need to be fitting. Like, it doesn't have to cover every angle. But it just at least needs to make it so that they can't just run in willy-nilly. I think. But we need more BMATs, but, you know, if we don't have them, we don't have them. It is what it is. More BMATs, but not enough. We'll just put all of that away. What's the time? 16:12. Yeah, let's run Lowcaster still. Oh, I forgot to. First aid kit away. There we go. I mean, I'll soon have to switch to... Well, don't have to switch to Argenti. But at a certain point, there's no point in running with a Lowcaster, as the range difference is mitigated by it being night, so... Range.
Direct hit on that grenade. Yeah! Kill these warden pieces of shit.
Nah, come on. You know you want to. I'm still, after all these years, I'm still tempted to corner aim, even though that shouldn't make a difference. Yeah. It's just the thing that happens. I feel his pain. He was on his way to the pillbox. I need a medic. Medic. Ich brauche einen Sanitäter.
I am bleeding.
Bitte. Danke sehr. Obrigado. Spasiba. Thank you. Merci, danke.
Don't worry, sir. I will save you.
Tsetse, I think, is Chinese. It's something along those lines, but I'm not entirely certain. Tsetse, I think it is. Mandarin. To be precise. Merci beaucoup. Obrigado. Dank u. For anybody who has ever been to the Efteling. Papier hier. There we go.
We got no mats.
Nope, I've already asked for BMATs, but I'm not sure if we're getting them.
I think they might be back in northeast or something.
He's been taken care of by the pillboxes, isn't he? Oh, he's still in. Okay, so we need a... Alright.
Coming right now.
I need another pillbox around there. Just blow that truck up. Thank you.
Hey, lock the trucks, please. Lock the trucks.
Nah, we just need things that do pew pew, so we just need.
No, I think they're wrenching our trucks.
peanuts.
Trucks were locked. I checked them.
What is blocking it? Oh, him.
Oh, it's locked.
But yeah, in the end, this is basically what you need to do. You just need to plug some holes with things that do pew pew. They can take. I mean, this is three mammons, right, to take out. So if they really want to, they can. But you're basically discouraging tourists to just run into your backlines and take it. I think is the way to go. I'm not a big fan of those endless rings of defenses and barbed wire and God knows what. What they tend to do is, yes, keep the enemy out, but they also keep the friendlies in, which means you can't push out. So I am always a big believer in leave openings for your own infantry to move out. Oh, wow. Did you see that? Racked all the way. But yeah, you always need...
Yeah, I've been saying it.
Okay, so we go Argenti now, because there's no point in going Lowcaster at the moment. Really, at least. I think. Ooh, more BMATs.
Got another one, fresh one, boys.
Let's bring some more.
Fresh one, boys. Fresh one.
Somebody grab a trauma kit and a blood plasma.
I'll grab your dick.
Right, listen, mate. You need to get.
I need a medic. I need a medic now. Come on. Somebody grab a trauma kit and a blood plasma. Blood plasma. Trauma kit, trauma kit, trauma kit, trauma kit, trauma kit. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you. Somebody help Mr. Rare Bear, because he's... yes, thanks, guys. Excellent work, Appreciate it. Thanks, Steer. Steyer. As in Steyer, auch. So yeah, once again, I'm not necessarily like very happy to do this, but this is one of those things. It kind of needs to happen. Because at a certain point, trucks start accumulating here in the back. They will start blocking the line of sight for defenses that we do have, and then you basically have to do either another ring or at least a couple others. It's always something to keep an eye on.
There's a couple of them over here.
It's like you should not forget to place the occasional pillbox in the middle of your facility, because there's always ways and little corners that people sneak into your facility and you're screwed. Which I am now because there are no AI things. Ah! Come on. Come on, somebody. Come on. Quick. Somebody built that pillbox. Come on. Go. Build that pillbox.
Hey, you guys like my new hat?
Need a medic. Nah, you don't really need a medic, buddy.
Defensive garrisons. Please ensure you have checked and voted for defensive garrisons. Please vote for defensive garrisons.
Otherwise, just drop me a slug.
Thank you very
It's
much.
fine. I'll die and I don't know. I'll respawn. Yeah, I don't think there is a medic here, so drop me. There we go. That's fine. Thanks, Slug. Fuck, I can't go. Why can't I open my F1 screen?
What?
He was called
Make sure you vote.
SLAWG.
Please vote for Jefferson Garrison.
Wasn't he? Yeah, Slug. There we go.
I voted for granola bars.
Yeah, that's alright. We need granola bars. And the guy who finished it. I forgot what his name was. Thank you, good sir. Thank you. That was really needed. Thank you.
No, thank you.
Yeah, they just keep sneaking in through that side, so the more things that do pew pew on
Yeah.
that side, the better it is. There we go. Probably need one on the hospital side as well.
Crush them.
That was mean.
So we got that, we got that. We need one here, preferably. It doesn't have to be too neat, but it just needs to block them out so they don't just tourist in. They really want me in the 420th. I'm so confused.
Skippy, chuck a cat's paw up there, not a. We can build a cat's paw in. Skippy, we can build a cat.
Go.
Okay.
We might need. If we get bunker. Yeah, we probably want one around here, because otherwise, if they like enter those trenches, so you want like here-ish, I guess. Right, we have one over there.
Yeah.
So you want something like this, not necessarily this.
Maybe no. Maybe a little more over here.
In the corner. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, just place it, Skippy. Thank you. Yeah, that's fine. As long as they don't sneak into our fucking trenches and use them against us, I'm happy.
Well, it should give some line of sight down the trench itself.
Yeah, and it's not easy to enter it with
Line
this
of
thing
fire.
here. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be. It's good. It's good.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Corner behind me.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah, I mean, there will always be, like, sneak routes that if you do it well, you probably can, but, ah, well.
Still got 20 on me.
Where is it not?
About as close to the corner as we can get it right here.
I swear those don't count as. I swear those connect. Do they not?
Alright.
Yeah, because we haven't got Gary's tech yet. We haven't got Gary's tech.
Correct. We're waiting for it.
We can't build them. We won't be able to build them until it techs.
That's at least another hour, I think, roughly, depending on how people vote. If everybody votes it, then it should
Everybody's
be half an
all
hour.
our guys are voting, so there's at least 40 votes on it.
How do you
Then probably in like
how
half an hour.
I
or so.
can deploy? How I gonna deploy?
You are deployed.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Let's go!
Ooh, butter chicken. Butter chicken.
Come on, let me go out.
Allah Akbar. Allah Akbar. Is it? Allah Akbar. Butter chicken. Is it?
There we go. Right. There is something odd with the climbing out of trenches today for me, because I've had it a couple of times around these parts that it just doesn't. Excellent work, cheese. Another frontline.
Fortress Medical Department, we love you.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
If you love me, suck my cock.
Fuck you, bitch, not you.
Ah, crap. I should have taken the first aid kit first. First aid kit goes into the tertiary slot, and then I could have taken the trauma kit as well. But doing it the wrong way, I could have swapped it back in and out. It's alright. I need a looter's uniform that doesn't allow me to hold a weapon, but does allow me to hold stacks of things. Larger stacks. That's what I really need in my life. I could have taken a pistol. Come to think of it.
No, don't worry, brother, I got you.
Thank you.
Fortress Medical Department, we love you.
I need a medic. Thank you, Pokemon Go.
I mean, this is quite some stuff.
Medic!
Granata!
Medic! Doctor! Thank you! Oh shit.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
I mean, I don't need to do this. I can just right-click and say submit all to stockpile. Come to think of it. Is this the circumvent way? Not help.
You missed that shot, Colin. You missed. Sorry. Not that. Go.
I didn't miss that one, you idiot.
You didn't miss that.
I hate night time. Bro, they're gonna get me. Oh no, I'm not.
She can.
Alright, let's remember that. Right-click, submit all to stockpile. It's really not that hard. There is this dude on YouTube who does tutorials. He says that a lot. Just right-click the supplies in the bottom left and select submit all to stockpile, and you know, there it goes. Some people say that I even have roughly the same voice, which is not entirely true because I will have a different voice when streaming than I have when doing voiceovers. Because one is scripted and the other isn't. Thank you. Thanks, Rob. Appreciate it. We don't need hammers. It's all hammer time.
Yeah, it's up here.
Yo, there's 2 wardens west of us.
West of us. Yeah, it's gonna be fine. Pistol. I don't need more pistol ammo. But I need something to at least, you know, on occasion fire with. Called upon. Around the corner, around the corner. Yeah.
Eat shit, you warden bastard.
Somebody helps not face, he's bleeding. Yes, thank you.
Eat poo. Eat poo.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, yeah, I think this is better than me doing logic. Honestly. Because this is circular economy, isn't it?
They're here.
It's what we want. In a world of scarcity, we want circularity. So we want people to recycle things. I'm hearing a lot of... Why do I hear so much shooting in the southwest? Let's have a look. Yeah, I'd prefer if we could place a pillbox here. That watchtower is in the way, isn't it? Yeah. Fix that. Like it's a bit of an awkward. Okay, there. Yeah, no. They don't need me. There was not a lot of. There was shooting, but the shooting was there to kill some bunker pieces, I guess. I mean, if they need to dig stuff here, they can just kill it. That's a logic driver. Our logic driver. So yeah, we still haven't been really able to push them out, which is surprising. But I guess like having the weight of our push here attracts more wardens to counter our push. So. Yeah, guys, I don't dislike you or anything, but I'm not going to join your squad. Thank you very much. I might have made a mistake by going into this trench. I think I did. Because I have fucking pillbox. As long as I'm not over encumbered, there is a chance.
Anyone got bandages? I am bleeding.
The only reason this worked is because I think it was Snotface, right? Who ran into the trench, and yeah, I think it was that. Oof. I got lucky there. I got lucky. Oh, so lucky. I mean, no, don't sing.
Is someone here?
I got my vault slapped with.
You suck.
This is quite fire, by the way. So I was hoping to draw them out a bit, but
Grenade.
Doesn't seem to work.
Breaking bug.
Eu não tem muito ali, tá? Depois da rampa.
Oh, that was a good shot. Yeah, they were expecting me to put my head out. No, 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 no. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Nice catch, Rob. Appreciate it. I was certain you were going to get yourself killed, but I was good. Medic! Medic!
Coming from the left.
You're not very good at this game. I would consider uninstalling.
Medic! Medic, 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 medic. No! He was shot in the face.
No medic. No medic here.
Just go to the bunker base.
Alright.
Hey, skull, yeah. Oh, I don't think there is one. Do we have a medic here by any chance?
In my pants.
It's alright, Frob. I'll just die, I guess. Thanks, bud. Appreciate it, yeah. I'm tired. So I'll probably yeah, play for like half an hour.
Hey, don't forget to vote for defensive garrison.
Ish. Like till 10 here. And then call it a day. I forgot, like it's just more tiresome to play on stream. I think mostly because when, like, I don't know how other people do that. When I'm just playing for my own fun, I know it sounds crazy. When I am. I take like little mini breaks. You go to the toilet and, I don't know, you go to the kitchen and you make something to eat for just a little bit longer than you would when you're streaming. So there's a bit more like micro relax time thingies when you're doing that. I could implement that here as well. Do I like the airborne update? As a main Logi
I've got
man.
fruit pie, strawberry
Jerry,
cream
what the
liqueur,
fuck happened?
and I'm ready to fuck up some wood.
So I'm maining Logi, Medic, and Infantry. I have been since forever. Like, I liked flying in Death Branch. I liked flying in the preview event that was there for the content creators, which was nice to be in there and be one of the first to fly. Death Branch was nice. The first Airborne War, I've flown scout planes on Able and Charlie just to make the scout plane comparison video. And never really touched anything airborne ever since. The same is true for Naval. When Naval came out, Naval Warfare Update, I played Naval in Death Branch to test things and to see how it works and never touched it really again. Like, I played on a frigate like 3 months ago, accidentally at the end of a war. That's it. So for the most part, I don't really interact too much with like
Counter
new update
pillbox
stuff,
spam,
generally.
boys.
Hello, what I found with Airborne is that airplanes are very oppressive late in the war. Like, if you're at a front line, there will be scout planes that are strafing you, there will be fighter planes strafing you, there will be bombers bombing you, there will be parachutes being dropped, dive bombers bombing your tanks, or torpedo planes torpedoing your large ships. So they're more oppressive than I thought. I really like the idea of the scout planes because it gives everybody an opportunity to fly. So flying isn't necessarily for the rich. Like, if you run into a wreckage, one wreckage, not salvage, one wreckage out in the wild, you can probably make a scout plane. So it's like, it's within reach without too much hassle. But at the same time, they're like very oppressive. So
let's grab some Bama stuff.
all in all, I think the biggest issue is there's too many planes, and the too many planes also do too much damage and make it too hard for the rest of the game to take place at the moment. So yes, rebalancing definitely involved. Maybe even removing of some, like the torpedo plane. I can't really judge, but everything I hear
Obama
is
stones
that
are
it's
strong.
so oppressive that nobody wants to play naval because there's no point, because you just get torpedoed instantly. Which I can see. And if that is the case, then it should either be cut or cut temporarily, or like nerfing isn't really going to do much, I think. I don't know. I haven't engaged with it enough to really have like a well thought out opinion. But so yeah, overall it's a very mixed bag airborne update. I like some of the ideas a lot.
It is.
But the execution is, as with every major update, is a bit wonky and needs time to be balanced, and
Remember, 3 per piece. 3 per piece.
Thank you, brother.
So mixed bag, basically. Biggest kekus. Kakus. Oh, we're digging that way? Yeah, we're digging that way. Okay. Well, you're going to need another one somewhere in the vicinity.
That's right.
So, but yeah, again, like most large updates don't do too much for me, because for the most part, I am infantry
you gonna make us line up?
I love the crocodile.
Like that?
It's very limited.
We're not doing Mammoth Rush yet. Wait.
It's a very niche
No,
thing.
the Lord said no.
He's trying to pull rank on us. He
As
wants us to
well,
line up. You hear that crap? He wants us to line up.
But it's pretty fast, and I hate the normal freighter. Do you need to go here as well, Sergeant Twix, or can I place another pillbox here?
I'm trying to build on the hill. Like the train is.
Yeah, but we need things that do pew pew to protect this flank while you build as well.
Yeah.
Would this be in the way? Is this fine?
No, it's okay.
So yeah, what I was saying, like most major updates, they don't mean too much to me. They're sort of interesting as a background thing, but and they're interesting to run through in Death Branch. But, like I used the bowhead only in Death Branch to make the naval Logi video. I've been on an aircraft carrier during Death Branch, never been on one after. Haven't been on the Warden one. Have I been on a Strider? Yeah, probably just to take some footage. But it's just, yeah, it is just tends to happen. There's just not. Like my core gameplay has always been infantry, medic, logi, basic logi, right? Not like full-on facilities with a clan or whatever. Like it's always been normal factories, normal.
Are we ready, boys? Are we ready?
Yeah.
We have been blessed.
We are ready.
We have been blessed by the phallic lord. With me, brothers. With me.
Alright, they can do whatever they do. I don't see any ammo. That might be a good thing.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, we need some ammo if you have it.
My moons.
7.62 is what I need. Hello! Thank you. Yeah, we need good luck. 7.62. 7.62. All right, let's see what I can find at the front line, right? Good. Well, how is he hitting me and I'm not hitting him? I'm standing on top of him.
Ooh, golly, ooh.
The fuck are you doing?
Sometimes Foxhole. Absolutely. I mean, I'm a neutral, so I'll play Warden and Coley, whichever. Basically. Oof. That was
Get ready for the worst Mama Rush of your life, boys.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Review bomb when they aren't happy with an update. Do you think this is a good way to give feedback to devs? No. Review bombing only, in my eyes, is sort of an okay tactic if you suddenly are forced to pay battle passes, get microtransactions shoved down your throat, or whatever. That isn't to say that if an update changes a game to a place where the question that Steam reviews ask is, do you recommend this game to other players? If that changes it to no, then you can definitely write a negative review. I mean, that's what it's asking, but I don't think it is a good way of forcing change, because I don't think it's forcing change, because even, let's say you write all the gripes you have with the game in your review in the hope that all those gripes will be addressed. They're not all going to be addressed, because I've read most of the feedback, well, not most of the feedback, but a lot of feedback of a lot of people and a lot of negative reviews and a lot of Reddit posts and God knows what. There are just a lot of things that people, a part of the community doesn't like, that some people in the community do like, that the devs definitely want in the game in some form or way. So they're not going to change that. Like, you can review bomb the game into oblivion over, I don't know, like, we want fully automated factories where there's no human input. You can do that and you will just kill the game. Because that's not what the devs want for Foxhole. They want player interactivity with facilities to produce things, or at least I am, like, convinced to 90% that that is what they want. So you can ask for, I think that, I don't know, like, tanks should be cheaper, or tanks should be free. It's not going to happen. Like, you can review bomb because of it, but it doesn't happen. Like, if you want to give feedback, you should give well thought out feedback with what you would expect from the game, what you think is lacking, and how you think it can be fixed. Again, you can still leave a negative review, but don't think that action or a boycott or whatever is going to change much. Because what people tend to forget is, for every person that agrees with you that X is bad or unbalanced, well, usually X is bad, there is the same amount of people that are sitting on the exact opposite of the fence and say, no, it's a great change, or it's a great thing. Yeah.
You guys...
I mean, it's
What's
a
that?
weird...
Mammon Rush?
it's a weird thing to say that the wardens only get the better weapons, because that's just not true.
420 regiment.
There
you know, I
is
think
no
you guys should
Bane
do. I think you guys should do a
equivalent.
Mammon
There's
rush.
more
and
weapons
absolutely
that
destroy
don't
their
have an
defenses.
equivalent.
Right,
The
listen,
problem is
ladies
that the
and gentlemen, ladies
things
and
that
gentlemen.
come to people's mind are the scout plane, which in my eyes should have been basically the same scout plane with just a different skin. That could have been an easier fix, I think. Like, there's always, like, if I start naming things that the wardens have better, then it's easy to come up with more examples that fall in that category. But there are examples that are the opposite, but they don't come readily to mind. And at a certain point, a community just talks itself in, or part of the community, I should say, talks itself into the corner where they can't really say anything else than that everything the wardens have is better than everything the colonials have, and there's nothing that will ever change that opinion. Like the amount of bad information that is out there is staggering. No, it definitely has to be fun for people to play, and if it's not fun, you shouldn't be playing, and if you wouldn't recommend it to other people, you should leave a negative review. That's definitely how it works. But trying to enact change by review bombing a game that is dependent on players is just not the way to go. Anyway, what I wanted to say, so we had the tailgate, the tail hitbox thing, where on Reddit somebody just claimed that like the hitbox, no, that the Warden fighter tail didn't include the, when it was destroyed, it didn't destroy the, well, one part of it, and it did the other part. Everybody was up in arms, was upvoting the shit out of it, saying, see, the devs fucked up again, this is bad. Somebody tested it, and it just turns out it's a model thing. Like, the model of a destroyed fighter tail on a Colonial one shows the entire tail missing. On the Warden plane, it shows part of the tail is still there. That changes nothing for how it handles, as far as I can tell. It's just a purely visual. But it comes down to, it takes 10 seconds to shit on the floor and an hour to clean it up. And this is with everything. If somebody says, just for lols, or because they actually think that, and say Colonial pillboxes have a longer range than Warden pillboxes, depending on who says that, people will take that as semi-gospel, will just keep repeating it, and it's at a certain point, which happens a lot, nobody fucking bothers to test it, and it just becomes gospel, and suddenly Colonial pillboxes have a longer range. They don't, and you could have tested this easily, but nobody does.
You don't have to bow when you say it.
So it's the way I feel is there is a bunch of people right now that seem to be treating Foxhole like their ex-girlfriend. Their ex-girlfriend just left them, and now they are basically going like, yeah, I've always thought she was a H or whatever. Right? Like, they are hell-bent now on, or at least it seems to be they're hell-bent on trying to kill Foxhole. And I'm not sure why, because that's a lot of people that are in like the 10,000 hour playtime. And again, I do understand that it's not the game that you fell in love with, that the balance is off. That's all fine. But some of them really seem to be hell-bent on, instead of just stopping playing the game that they don't like anymore, they just need it to die and need everybody to think the same as them.
This is so beautiful.
Save this! Get ready for the road!
I think there's still plenty of people that still enjoy the game. Like, I do enjoy the game still. Do I think it's perfectly balanced? No. Do I think that the Colonials got the short end of the stick on certain points? Yes, definitely. Do I think that it's preferable if that gets addressed? Yes, I definitely do. But, yeah,
Yeah, good shit.
Did I just get shot by friendlies? I did. But yeah, at a certain point, I think I would argue, but I'm not them, right? Like it's the internet, so they're free to do whatever they want. But yeah, I think like if games aren't giving me what I want out of a game anymore, I just stop playing the game. I mean, it's not necessarily defending the game. It's more riling up against people that I think are acting not because they want the game to succeed or they want the game to change. They, at this point, just want the game to die.
This is your execution ground.
That's how it feels for me. And I think that's a bit of a overreaction to changes you don't like. Again, the option you have, like if you open Steam and you click on Foxhole, there is like a large green play button. You could like not click that if it bothers you so much to play it. You could also just admit that, you know, you're addicted to Foxhole and there's no way in hell that you're going to stop playing, but you absolutely abhor the current balance or perceived balance or whatever, which is also fine, but at least you're honest now.
There you go, boy. There you go.
But yeah, we'll see how it ends up. I am convinced, but this is a personal opinion, I am convinced that the only way to really balance things in Foxhole is to have it play out in a real war. Because you can run, I've said this before, you can run Death Branch for 300 days. What's going to happen is Death Branch is only seriously used by 100 people.
Come over this side of the road. Mammons, this side of the road.
And with seriously used, that's people that pry open every new mechanic, that prod every new mechanic, try to break it, try to find the weak points, try to find the hard points, try to figure out how much damage is this going to do to things, how many scenarios can I come up with that will badly balance. Other people hop into Death Branch, they fly 3 planes that they made in 5 minutes because magic boxes were a thing, and say, this is great, or say, this is shit. It just needs to run into a real war with 5, 6, 7,000 players. Because the scale, like, you can balance a bomber in Death Branch and saying, okay, one bomber did this much damage and it's now very balanced. But it looks different because if one coalition decides we're going to make 40 bombers and we're going to fly 40 bombers into enemy territory, all your careful balancing is out of the window because you balance for one bomber instead of 40. You just need to see where people lean, what they want to do. Does that suck? Yes. We've seen it with Inferno. We absolutely did not have the tools to deal with fire. We only had buckets. That was, I think, a massive mistake. So at this point, for Airborne, AA is just undercooked, and we need a viable way to fight planes, especially, which I think is a good choice. There is no anti-air AI, which I think personally is a good choice, but the AA that we have, that is player man, just hasn't the stopping power needed.
But right, boys, Mammon charging, we're killing a trench. We're killing a trench. I need Mammons with me, we're gonna go kill a trench.
Yeah, I mean, there is things they can do. I kind of hoped they would merge Able and Charlie.
That's the only side that matters.
Or Charlie and Able, whichever. I kind of hoped that they would have just started with less maps this war.
I got you, man.
Because I don't mind lower player population in Foxhole as long as they're still concentrated in
I got you, man.
like frontline maps that lead to populated frontline maps. Like, whether I'm playing on a map that is, let's say, the full map that we would be playing on for this war would be Morse, Reaching, Viper, Callahan's, Lynn,
I got
Deadlands,
you,
Marvel.
man.
Just as a thought experiment, right? Like, if you have only 1,000 players total, which is not what we have now, we have more, but let's say we have 1,000. If you do that, you spread 1,000 players over 7 maps.
I believe.
Or
I can
you spread
fuck the
1,000
wolf
players
inside.
over however many this is. Wait more. Like, you kind of, I think you kind of need to be searching now for a way where the front lines still feel filled. Because that makes gives Foxhole its unique feeling of a massive front line where it's 100 versus 100. That's a thing that you absolutely need. So that is more important, at least in my view, than having 60 maps, 40 maps. Whatever. Yes, no, that is definitely true. That's the point of a large map, and that's the tough choice you need to make. You need to judge now, today, because a new war begins. Do we start with a full map or not? If you don't start with a full map, I don't think it's very easy to just turn on a lot of maps to ease queues. So it's a tough thing. But yeah, so for me personally, I'd rather have more action than 40 maps with 10 versus 10 fronts. Like, this front line is fun. There's a lot of people. I don't know what's happening in the rest of the map, nor do I care. I'm having a pretty fun front line where I can do what I want. Not do what I want, but do what I want to do. Like, I can loot and do a bit of frontlining and a bit of building, and it's all fine. If I want, I can do medic. Don't want to, but could. But for people who don't know, we've been through something similar in, I think it was 2019, where it dropped off to, like, we had regular, like, there were like 250 people online. It was a way smaller game back then, but even then we had like very low pulp front lines. The thing is, as long as they have the funding to keep developing, and it's not entirely in the shitter, at a certain point, all the salty veterans that hate whatever they hate and stop playing, they stopped playing. But the new growth that's coming in will have replaced part of those vets, and you will still hopefully have a healthy community. So I'm kind of hoping that we will get, and it sounds horrible, but kind of get rid of the people that hate Foxhole in its current state. I mean, if you hate it or don't like it, you shouldn't be playing it. And, you know, once you're gone, your negativity about the game that you're not playing anymore is not playing a role for people who are. Because that's the weird thing. There are people carving the conversation about the game right now that aren't playing the game or even haven't played the game in, I don't know, like a very long time. And that's just odd.
Grab Mammon.
I've had admin mode back in the FCL days. If you've ever done... It's the same as in GTA, right? If you ever play GTA in God mode, it's very hard to switch back. We did one FCL session where there was no game because one of the teams didn't show. So the admins... So we did like a hastily pulled together game, and the admins were flying around shooting RPGs from the skies. It's very hard to circle back to normal Foxhole. I noticed the same trend with Death Branch. If we had a Death Branch with magic boxes and sped up production times and stuff, it's tough to start a new war where nothing is sped up, magic boxes don't exist, everything takes a gazillion hours to bake. And you're like, oh my god, this is so different. Oh, but I can do, like, I can probably just read books then.
I bring lemons.
If soothing voices, if you think my voice is soothing and you like that, I could probably just do let's read books that are in public domain, right? I'd say just merge Charlie and Abel. And yes, they have different cultures. Yes, there is playstyle is different on Charlie, because I do play Charlie as well. It's different. But I think at the moment, just having a healthy population to fill one war, sort of in a way that Foxhole is meant, is, I think, the way to go. But yeah,
hey, number one, do you want to join the most glorious
I don't
strategy?
think the game is in a great state. I think everybody agrees on that.
If you like
I don't
TDs
necessarily
and you like
think
Naked Man,
it's
it's all
dying.
the same.
It
Just
could
join.
be. Like, I mean, it's simple. This is an MMO. If people stop playing and your front lines don't have population, it's over. Like, even if the devs have funds to develop for another year, if you don't have a population that plays the game, it's dead. But I haven't declared it dead. I haven't even really declared it dying. I just would say it's time for a checkup with the doctor, because things are definitely not looking great. Which is different, right? It's the, you have a lump here, you should probably see a specialist type of scenario at the moment. I don't, like, I've seen the devs back in the day when they did their bi-weekly dev streams, that backfired because people read way too much in those dev streams. I've seen the devs react on the Discord on specific questions. That was used against them, like, within a month. I've seen them not respond to anything. That's being used against them as well. People say you need a community manager. I can tell you how a community manager is going to down with this community. At first, everybody will rejoice. Yes, we got a community manager. Yes, we got somebody who can talk to us. Then it turns out that, surprise, surprise, even a community manager can't tell you everything. So they're going to withhold information that you would have liked to have. You won't get it. They will give semi-corporate answers because they can't say that you're an asshole. So they'll try to keep engaging with you because that's their job. And then everybody will turn on the community managers because they're too corporate. They're not listening to us. They're not giving the information they want. So it sounds like a great idea, and I'm not necessarily against it, but this community is at a point where it's at the throat of everything that's thrown at them. It's
one in the trench, right side. Trench, right side.
Oh, no, but, I mean, this is, like, here's the thing. Yes, it was a very vague statement by Markfoot that they need time and that they're working on an update, and they don't give specifics, but I'm not sure why they should be giving specifics. Like, because people imagine that if Markfoot gives specifics, what they're looking into, what they're doing, that, like, if I, for say, we should cut bomb damage in half, that the devs will just listen. But that's not how that works. Like, they make decisions based on what they think is best for the game. They will listen to players. The problem is they can't listen to all players. Like, if you even read any of the... Well, this goes for any game, to be fair. But if you read any of the feedback threads on Reddit or on Fort or whatever... you can see, like, the literal opposite ideas or balance ideas, like, next to each other, like, half the time. Like, where it is, like, the Cutler is shit, it needs to be buffed, and right below that is the Cutler is the greatest, is way too OP, it needs to be nerfed, or something along those lines. And people think, yeah, but I gave a well-reasoned feedback on why a thing that bothers me needs to be fixed. And then people expect that because they did a good feedback post that therefore the devs have to do that. That's not how that works. So there will always be disappointed people. So, you know, sure, they can give more information, but that's not necessarily very helpful. I need a medic! Medic, 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 medic. Like you can't leave. Well, that's a good point. I think part of it is burnout rage as well. And to be fair, I would have been burned out as well if my airfield just was under constant bomber attack. Like, it's definitely, it's painful, it's unbalanced, there's a lot of things that need addressing, but...
Over here.
Not everything can be fixed immediately. It's the same issue I see with bug reports, where people are like, yeah, this has been, like 100 people have been bug reporting this since Death Branch, why is it not fixed? Well, it could be not a priority. It could also be just a very hard bug to pin down where the issue is. You don't know?
Oh, nice, okay. I've got all the medical supplies we need.
I doubt it, because, with the exception of Airborne, they pretty much had, split development teams. So the development team for Anvil has some overlap with the Foxhole team, but not a lot. Like, in the end, I think that's what they want, but having it die, like, let's say 6 months after Airborne is too quick, in my opinion. Like, I do agree that in the end, they like, you know, at a certain point, Foxhole sort of goes on life support, and there will be, like, minimal balance changes and the occasional, I don't know, like, Relic War or whatever. But they will be concentrating on Anvil. I don't think currently we are in that territory yet. Anvil, at this moment, just sees massive changes still. So they're still poking and prodding at Anvil to see what works and what makes it interesting and which way they want to go. Like, they're not at the point where they were at a certain point with Foxhole where they knew where they wanted to go, which means you can put all your eggs in one basket and go full-on development on that. But with Anvil, like, there is a lot of open questions on how they want to integrate solo players with... group players, how they tie to towns and how outside homesteads need to tie
bombers
in.
And people with rifles to take the ground once we clear it.
Yeah, 1 to 2 years, I think you will see, well, depending on how development on Anvil goes, you will see, like, Foxhole will be quite literally on life support. Like, the servers will be open. If things go horribly wrong, they will intervene. There will still be some development at a certain point. It will just stop being a full-on development thing, and things will shift over to Anvil. But again, I don't think that Anvil is close to that point at this moment. To be fair, I haven't played the last 2 updates in Anvil. So maybe they made massive strides and they are sort of where they want to be. This is able...
Drop a band-aid.
I'm not sure how easy it is to have Foxhole on community-run servers. Their server tech is... like, it's part Unreal, definitely, but they bolted a lot of proprietary stuff on top of it, which led to the Red 2 engine. Oh no, whatever the Anvil engine is. Which is like a layer on top of Unreal that handles most of the multiplayer stuff for massive amounts of players. I would like it, don't get me wrong, but I highly doubt that that is a thing that is easily achievable, at least. Like, it's not a... like an Enshrouded or a V Rising or a Valheim type of deal where it's relatively... or a Minecraft where it's relatively easy to have private servers. Because this needs to simulate a lot, right? Like, these aren't just your average servers. Like, this needs to keep track of way more things. Dynamic things than, for instance, a Valheim server or a Minecraft server. So, well, who knows? We're not that far. Again, Foxhole is not dead yet. Logic tells us that eventually it will die. We just don't know when. I don't suspect it soon, but I could be proven wrong. I don't know. Like, at a certain point, things are just unsalvageable, I guess. But again, like, what I suspect is, or suspect/hope, is a lot of people that have soured on Foxhole will just move on instead of staying on the schoolyard and still bullying Foxhole. And just move on with their life, and then the newer generation of people, newer players, just come in and keep playing, and they will be the new vets, and we'll be fine.
Medic!
But who knows?
Medic, medic, medic!
But yeah, once again, it's definitely not in a very good state right now. I mean, I think everybody can see that. That's not a hard conclusion to draw, but I will reiterate, we've had something similar before, and the devs just kept their head down, kept developing, kept rebalancing and redoing stuff, and they ended up with mostly a new community. Because a whole lot of the vets then just fell off because they didn't return, because it never went back to what they liked in Foxhole.
Mamoons.
And newer players came in and they liked what was there on offer at the moment. Because, you know, if a game sort of changes, shifts, it could come into the realm of, hey, that's interesting for me. Some tips to find more rare mats.
I have Mammon.
I mean, it's just start salvaging a salvage field.
Right,
if it drops aluminium, iron, or copper, leave the farming to another and just move on to the next salvage field. I think is the easiest way to do, because there are no ways to like increase your luck.
Everybody,
really.
get mammons. If you're building, just grab some mammons. Grab some mammons. I need people.
17 days doing nothing but farming screw. Making VMS and building watchtowers. Literally 8 hours of watchtower build. I'm gonna say the next over and over again. Yes. And some people will like that. Some people think that's ridiculous. Some people think you're insane for doing it. Other people will thank you on their bare knees because you kept an Intel network alive that helped a lot of people. And if your jam is to just help your team in any way you can, without even getting recognition, right? Just the knowledge of I helped my team, and that's where you derive your fun from. Foxhole is right up your alley. Yeah. So yeah, it's but yeah, that's basically what I wanted to say. So if a game phases through like balance or like what it is or what it tries to do, it will lose players because suddenly it's outside of the scope of what they like, but it will come inside the scope of what other people like. So, you know. Not everybody likes the same games I like, and not everybody that likes all the other games that I don't like. Like there's overlap. Like there are people that like FromSoft games and play Elden Ring or, I don't know, Dark Souls or whatever. I don't dislike those games, but I will never play those because that's not my type of game. And that's fine. But we only overlap basically on Foxhole, not on most other games. Which is also fine. If Frere could make a change to the game, what would he change? I mean, as in, like, mechanically change, really change, as in... Like, I've never been a big fan of asymmetry. I liked the old asymmetry, which was basically only asymmetry in models. Like, both light tanks used to be the exact same light tank, except that the model was different. Both factions had a rifle which is now the Lowcaster. Both factions
Right,
had
boys, grab rifles,
the
grab
Carbine,
rifles.
which is now
Grab
the Argenti.
rifles.
Well, not entirely, but
Grab
that's
rifles
roughly
and 2
how it
clips and a
went.
bomber.
Both sides had the
I
exact
want
same
everybody
shotgun.
quickly
Both
grabbing
sides
rifles.
had the
Once you have a
exact same
rifle, come and
grenades.
stand with me.
I like that. Are we ever going to go back to that? No.
Move.
Is that what the devs want? No.
Get a rifle,
Is
come up here. Get a
asymmetry...
rifle. Don't
You
stand
can
in
move.
the door,
You
don't
block.
stand in the door.
Asymmetry has its own charm. I'm just not a big fan of it because I don't know. Maybe I'm too much of a communist. No, I just like things to be pretty much an equal playing field, personally. So that's large scope. That's never going to happen. If we talk relatively small scope, the one change I really, really want, and I've wanted for a very, very, very long time,
Bring my putty back.
and I think is not necessarily an easy change, because I don't know what the backhand is, but I think is a logical change, and if I can find one, I can show you, is if I come to a watchtower, and I press E, like I would open a base, it should update my intel. That's what I want. Like, everybody wants the torpedo plane removed, or the dive bomber removed, or the whatever. Like, the aircraft carrier should be both sides, or whatever. Fine. People dream big. I just want to open a watchtower and have my map updated. Thank you very much. That's what I need. Yeah, no, that's the biggest problem. You can't really balance things that by nature are unbalanced. Like, by nature, having things that are asymmetric.
Meet me at the pillbox right here, guys.
It's, think of this, like, having a tank that turns faster go up against a tank that has 2 meter more range. The one with more range is gonna win. You're, like... The way Foxhole works generally in tank lines is just maneuverability isn't a big thing. Like, it's great to have, and there are some situations where you can capitalize on it, but usually it's not something you can capitalize on. For rifles, I think the asymmetry between Argenti and Lowcaster, which is fire rate versus range, works out pretty well. Like, the Lowcaster has the edge during the day because it has longer range. During the night, I'd say the Argenti is better because it has a higher fire rate and longer range doesn't play a role. If you play highly mobile, having an Argenti probably still better than having a Lowcaster.
I am thirst.
Maybe tune down the asymmetry, like both factions, same logic trucks, armed cars, and half trucks, or maybe it boils down to tanks, for example. I think the way I personally would go is, let's think tanks, right? Like, both get a light tank that is basically the exact same light tank. It looks different, but it is the same. But you can have a Warden variant that has an MG instead of a 30 mil, and that is faster, and you can have a Colonial one that, I don't know, does something else. But the base tank is the same, and the specialist tank is a niche tank. That would work. But we now, I think a couple of things we have now that I think work against asymmetry is... Like, the torpedo plane is a niche in and of itself that is now entirely for the Wardens. That's, I don't think, is a good thing. So, in that case, I think I would have preferred the fix to be, like, the Colonial Scout plane gets the mini torpedoes and the Wardens get the large torpedo plane. And then you do the reverse with the mines or something like that.
Thank you, Jerry.
Command & Conquer did it, StarCraft did it, Age of Empires did it, a lot of guys. Yes, but that's RTSs. And RTSs are, if you have... Well, okay, StarCraft isn't, but like Age of Empires, Command & Conquer, like an RTS, you can balance it in a way... Because...
Save your sprint, boys. Save your sprint. Save your sprint.
Like Command & Conquer, even if you play like a multiplayer type thing or Age of Empires, you will be playing, what, with 6 players max?
Medic!
The amount of metagaming and maximizing the shit out of a game like Foxhole, where you have like 10,000 humans
That's very kind of
gaming
you.
a game to its fullest is just completely different than 8 players against each other that are trying to poke out the differences between factions. So what you see a lot in Foxhole is that things are being used in a way that the devs never really intended, and that's why it's broken, because they never thought about, oh yeah, you could do that with it as well, because that's just how it works. Like, players will come up with insane ideas of how to use something, and then it turns out that it's very viable and actually a very OP way of using something that was never meant to be used in that way. That makes it notoriously hard to balance. But again, I think just start out with, like, if you have fighter planes, make the same fighter plane for both factions. And if you want to have a fighter plane that does damage to Logi, then you give that to one faction, and then you make another fighter plane that's highly maneuverable but defensive for the other one. So you both have the same base, but you have niche versions of the base thing that are different. So both get the same half track, but I don't know, the Wardens get the mortar half track and the Colonials get an ISD half track or something along those lines. Would be my preferred way of doing it. New vehicle, Agent Bacon, I would, and I've made the artwork for it as well. Cargo bike, which we call buckfiets in Dutch. Look it up. You're great. That's what I would do. No, no joking. I would do a King Jester. Is it King Jester? No, it's the King... Whatever. The Scout Tank. The Wardens. I would do a Warden Scout Tank equivalent for the Colonials. That thing is such a good thing to have on the side and on the back of your tank lines. Is it the King Spire? I think it's the King Spire, right? I mean, if we could get craftable bicycles, I would do nothing else but make bicycles. Oh yeah, oh no, but Transparent Ghost, that is actually what happened in the olden days when gear was actually really symmetrical, because we started Foxhole with everything was the same. Then pretty quickly, like if you got a tank, the other side got a tank, but it looked different, but the stats were still the same. And back then, people complained about the terrain. Yes, like, oh, it's flatter, or it has more straight roads, or less straight roads, or whatever. Like it's like people will talk about map design and they will say, oh, their refinery is 10 meters closer to their factory, so they can produce things faster. It will, yes. People will complain, always. Like, the only way you can actually do it is, like, real symmetry. And by real symmetry, I mean everything is exactly the same except for the colors, which is still not symmetrical. Right? Because some colors will be easier to pick up on your screen than other colors, so it will still be asymmetrical.
Thank you.
The grass is always greener on the other side, yes. Which is why I highly suggest that all the faction loyalists that claim that their faction is shafted at every opportunity by the devs, just, you know, play the other side to see how it feels to be on the other purportedly OP side. Which is tough, because if too many people do that, you will have a population imbalance, which will wonkify all the results of what you're doing anyway. Okay, everyone has the same tanks, but you can upgrade them with more HP 8 times. I am a big believer, though, in trade-offs. So if you... That would mean that if you give your tank more armor, it would be slower, right? But even that is hard to balance, because how do you express 20% more armor? Like, what is a reasonable amount of less speed or less range? I mean driving range, not shooting range. Like, it's a tough one. You could randomize it. Garden side is filled with cauliflower. Yeah, that too. That too. But yeah, so again, I see the charms. Like, one aspect that I do like of asymmetry, or at least like intellectually like, is the thing where you start like, oh, but they have this. Well, we can use that to counter what they have, but that opens us up to their other niche thing that will counter our counter to their counter to our counter to their counter, if that makes sense, right? Like, you get like a loop where you go this way and they go, oh, if you go that way, we need to counter it with that, and then we go here and there and there and there, and it's an entire battle where you just constantly shift, because we went from tanks to anti-tank stuff, but they countered our anti-tank stuff with more infantry, so we needed, I don't know, like anti-infantry stuff, which made us vulnerable to tanks again. That is a possibly interesting thing. It's what happens to me a lot as infantry, is you go into the trenches, you get into a firefight, you lose to the enemy because they had a shotgun, so you go, fuck that shit, I'm gonna grab a shotgun. So you grab a shotgun, you go in the trenches, and then you get sniped from 40 meters away because somebody has a sniper, and you go, oh, fuck that, I'll go grab a sniper. So you grab a sniper, and you get killed by artillery. And you just keep switching and switching, and you never have the right tool that deals with everything, because there is no tool that deals with everything. And I'd say that's sort of the ideal outcome, is that you keep switching to try to counter things, and you just end up with another vulnerability that the enemy can exploit, which leaves them with a vulnerability that you can exploit.
Rifle and Mammons down the main road. Rifle and
The
Mammons
problem
down
is
the main
that's
road.
not
even
how it
rifle, just use your
works,
pistol.
because this is a game with a community
All you need
of
is your pistol,
people
boys.
that will optimize
a
the
rifle,
fun
you're a
out of
pussy.
the game because they want
Right,
to
well,
win the
respectfully,
game.
I am the biggest pussy going then.
We're already aware of that, Emu.
Thank you. Right, straight down the road, boys.
So yeah. I mean, the part where I live is
boys.
it's basically all former swamp. Although that's been a while ago.
It'll be a glorious
'cause,
death.
the town I'm living in is 708 years old or something along those lines. I remember back in day school that we had celebrations for 750 years of our village.
Owned.
Nah, it was a good firefight.
No, he got owned.
No. That was a good firefight.
No, he got owned.
No need to piss on him. He did good. I mean, you can piss on him, whatever you want, but... Mammons always work. The question is, how many people can you get to simultaneously run with HEs and not kill each other, and therefore take the relic base? This is early war Foxhole.
Right, boys, group up, group up.
If
We're
you
going
can
again.
coordinate it very well, you can be highly effective. If you're slightly off, you will never take the relic base,
Yeah,
because
boys, get up here and
by the time you've gathered everybody again, they just repair the damage you just did. So it's a tough one. It's a tough one. And to be fair, like, there's not much else to do, because since small arms don't do damage to buildings anymore, I mean, they can suppress things, but they can't kill it. I don't know how long you've been in Foxhole, but we used to be able to, like, if you would just have a squad of 50 people rock up to a relic base with 100 clips of ammo each, you could just take out a relic base with small arms fire. That was changed, so small arms fire doesn't do any damage. The downside of that is that early war, yeah, your only real option is Mammon rushes. Mammon rushes, Mammon rushes, Mammon rushes.
Yup, you guys are gonna be dodging smoke.
Before they added facilities. Oh, sweet summer child. Started only to play. For me, that's still, in my brain, incredibly recently. Like, facilities are still a relatively recent addition to the game for me. I've been playing since 2017. Back in my day, we didn't have much. We had mortars and we had half-tracks, and we were over the moon when tanks were introduced. I mean, if you've run through that and you realize how far the devs have come with this game, how much they basically cooked. Like with trenches and fire and naval. Like, the beauty that is a large ship where everybody, for the most part, is synced on the large ship is insane. I remember when APCs were introduced, back when Fahrenheit Coast as a map was introduced. Like, there was so much desync between the people on the APC deck and the APCs that sometimes you trailed like 5 meters behind the APC, you rubber banded back on deck, then suddenly drowned while you were on deck because the server thought you were like not on deck. It was absolute insanity, and it's insane to see that they pulled it off and you can now get onto an aircraft carrier or a battleship that has, what, 30, 40 people being synced. It's insane. It really is insane. Gotta go? Yeah, no, it's late night for me as well, and I already played like half an hour more than I intended, so I'll probably be hopping off in a while. But I should definitely start toning down my voice as well, because it's like 10:30 right now. In the evening, so. Like, I don't like my neighbors to make a lot of noise in the evening, so I should probably not do it myself then, right? Why do women prefer collie men? They do? I mean, that makes sense, doesn't it? Shirts? Okay. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna call it a day as well, because I don't want to anger my neighbors. Yeah, to get the, I have played Mount and Blade Bannerlord, a game that when I played it seemed full of potential, but like all the mechanics are there in a rudimentary form, but aren't very deep. I'm not sure if that has changed or mods changed that, but like surface level, it looks very intriguing and very interesting, and then if you interact with it, it's all a bit surface level. Not bad, but not great either. So I played that for, let's see, maybe Steam will tell me real quick. Mountain Blade Bannerlord. Is that just Bannerlord or Mountain Blade Bannerlord? Let's just type Bannerlord. Yeah, I played 20 hours, roughly. Thereabouts. So interesting, but it never gripped me enough to like run a full campaign.
Hello. Amoras.
Anyway, last delivery to the bunker base, and when have I last played it? That's a good question. May 22nd, 2023. So 3 years ago. Almost 3 years ago. Last time. I mean, to be fair, if I want something similar right now, well, there isn't really anything. Like some Crimson Desert has some of those elements, but like my enjoyment of Crimson Desert is mostly the exploration that I do enjoy. Boss fights I hate. The camp mechanics are a bit meh. The story isn't great, but overall, like I say, I play it for the exploration, and the exploration is... The world is beautiful and great and interesting. So I like that. But yeah, so doing your... what was it called? Conqueror's Blade had some ideas from Bannerlord, I think, where you could like place your units and fight yourself. Is it called Conqueror's Blade? I think it is Conqueror's Blade, right? Let me see. Conqueror's Blade. I think it is Conqueror's Blade. Yeah, Conqueror's Blade. Pretty sure that's sort of similar. Same vein, maybe. I mean, at a certain point, it's hard to compare games, because they will have some ideas in common and some others definitely not. All right, I've said this 3 times before, but this is going to be the real one. I'm going to deliver this to the bunker base, and I'm going to call it a day. So thank you all for being here. I will be back probably, but I'm not sure when. With my physical state, it's hard to say whenever I have time and energy and physical preparedness to play games on stream for a long time, or a relatively long time.
We have a field hospital yet?
We do have a field hospital to the southwest.
Southwest. All right, sweet. I'll bring down people back to that to make some shirts.
You can see it.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
You can see it on the map as
it.
well. Little cross icon.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anyway, thank you all for being here. Like I said, I am aiming to do this more often, but again, that's a tough one for me to like plan. So thank you for now, and have a good one. And until next time, bye bye.